Yo, it's your boy, Orion, one half of the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Back at you with a new video. We got Packers. We got Vikings. Live play-by-play and reactions by the best on fucking YouTube. Your boys, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button when you come in or on your way out. And let's enjoy the game together. Playoff positioning is on the line, and what it do? I know you guys miss me. I know you guys miss Marcus. We threw up the Saints-Titans reaction video, but we're here today. He'll be in the chat. Marcus is feeling a little sick, so I'm going solo. Omar, what it do? Matthew Sanchez, what it do, bro? Amber, hi, Orion. Hi, Amber, back. Fly, Eagles, fly, Troll Patrol. Juan Gotti, what it do? Did you miss us? We missed you. Niners won. I did see that. That's the next reaction video I'll try to do either later on tonight or tomorrow. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And here we go. We got Vikings. We got Packers. Hop into the room and join your boy for the best of the best play-by-play and reactions, period, on YouTube. Nobody does it better. But make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. If you guys don't do that already, smash the like button right now for your boy. And if you can donate, please do. It would be much appreciated. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. And let's get it, man. Monday Night Football. There's been a lot of football going on. Marcus has been feeling a little under the weather. He came in and just tried to drop in for one reaction video. Play action fake. Rodgers. Ooh. Good defense there. So I told him to go home, get some rest. You know, it's going to be good for him to be healthy for him and his family and his kids for the holiday. So he'll hop in the chat once he starts taking his medicine, his Dayquil, his NyQuil, to make himself feel a little bit better. But I missed you guys. You know, I wanted to try to hop in and do that Niner game as well as that Chiefs game yesterday, but I've been a little busy, you know, with plans and a little bit under the weather. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And let's enjoy the game tonight. 10-4 Minnesota Vikings, 11-3 Green Bay Packers. Let's get it. Hand off up the middle. Nice run, gain of about 4 or 5. How's everybody doing, man? Is everyone having a good holiday? I hope so. Getting closer and closer. Christmas Eve tomorrow. Has anyone seen that new Star Wars movie yet? Everyone that I've talked to that's seen it has absolutely loved it. And it's kind of a shame that I haven't got a chance to see it just yet, but I will be seeing the movie soon. Believe that. Am I sold on Haskins? I think that he is the quarterback for the future. You can't read too much into a quarterback in their rookie season. Usually it takes a couple years for them to get going. Not everyone is going to be, fumble! Wow. Turnover. Wow, go! Wow, Kendricks. Not the start the Packers were looking for. Anthony Barr. Kendricks with the scoop. Almost the score. Exactly how you wanted things to happen if you were a Viking fan. But as far as the Packers, that's exactly what you did not want to see. What a tackle. Man, Anthony Barr made Aaron Jones look like a little Pop Warner player. Look at this. Let me get over here. Come on, Aaron Jones. Who? Aaron Jones. You got to control that ball, homie. You can't be having turnovers like that on the road. Northwest for life. What'd it do? What'd it do? Good matchup. Nice rivalry matchup. NFC North matchup. And I always like the Vikings a little bit more than the Packers going into the season. Marcus's pick to go to the Super Bowl, the Packers. Mine was the New Orleans Saints, right? But I kind of like the Vikings as that kind of sleeper team because I just thought they had a little bit more balance. And I was hoping that Dalvin Cook would stay, you know, relatively healthy for the whole season. They're a little bit better to me as far as offense and defense. Packers defense started off kind of strong at the beginning of the year, but it's kind of fluttered off, and I can't really trust them going into this playoff run. So, yeah, so we got the Saints and Titans reaction video, so that'll give you something to watch at halftime or right now, or if you want to hop in, like when you guys have the chance. But we got that one just pumped out. And then, like I said, Marcus went home. He's a little under the weather. And then I'll try to pump out another one either later tonight after the live stream or maybe tomorrow if I have some time before I, start heading out with family and whatnot. But I appreciate every single one of y'all, and I hope you guys are having a great holiday. Ooh, cook. Let's go, baby. And this is a sleeper right here because the thing is I think with the Seahawks and the Vikings and the Packers, people are really sleeping on those three teams. We can talk about the Niners and we can talk about the Saints as being the cream of the crop because that's what they are, the cream of the crop, the Saints and the Niners, right? But with the Seahawks, the Vikings, and Packers, they can beat anybody on any given Sunday, Monday, or Thursday. So it kind of makes them scary. Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers, and then as far as having a balanced team like the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, scrambling to his right, and that was a good decision to throw it away. But I appreciate every single one of y'all. I hope you guys have a good weekend. Like I said, we've been kind of under the weather, and we had a lot of family stuff going on, so we haven't been able to put out as many videos in the last about 3 or 4 days that I'd really like to. But like I said, I wanted to make sure to make an appearance. Did the Saints-Titans reaction video about a half hour ago. It's uploaded. It's there for you guys to watch and react to and enjoy. And then, like I said, I'm going to do this live stream solo. Marcus will hop in the chat when he can. And then, like I said, I'll try to pump out as many as I can from tomorrow and then, leading into the weekend to try to get caught up with a lot of the great games. And we're getting into bowl season, too. So that's great as well. Cousins going left, the direction that he loves to go when he's throwing the football, typically going play action or rolling bootleg to his left. 4th and goal, kind of a sloppy start there for the Vikings. They should have at least got 6. But it shows you when you have less field to work with, it's hard to score, especially when you have shitty throws like that. Come on, Kirk. What the fuck, Kirk? Got to be better than that, baby. Dan Bailey. Oh, I feel you, Troll Patrol. Big win against the boys. I already had a feeling that the Eagles were going to beat the Cowboys, though. Extra point. Just kidding. Field goal attempt is up, and it's good. It should have been an extra point. Come on, Vikings. You're that close. Off the turnover, but guess what? They'll take it. Vikings 3, Packers 0. Happy holidays, KGR Kid. Happy New Year. Happy Merry Christmas. It's almost Christmas. I mean, I got a lot of things on the plate. I got all these games that I got to get into. I still haven't seen the Star Wars movie yet, so I'm definitely backtracked a little bit on everything that's going down. TMG Bank says LSU. Damn right. What did I say months ago? I said LSU and the Saints. They could double up and win the Natty and the Lombardi. Win the Super Bowl and the Natty. And I still feel that way. I got that ESP. You know what I mean? I feel it. I'm just hoping that we can get an LSU-Ohio State matchup because I think that'll just be a better matchup for the fans. But regardless of who LSU plays, unless there's some significant injuries or issues with Burrow, I mean, to me, it's a wrap. I mean, I feel that team is solid. Offense, defense, coaching, they're just putting it all together. And it shows you if you actually have an elite quarterback like Burrow, you know what I mean? LSU normally doesn't have quarterbacks. They had, Zach Mettenberger, you had Jamarcus Russell, but they finally got a QB that's on that superstar stage. And, for him winning the Heisman, good for him, Young Nola. Yeah, I saw that, man. In the highlight package, AK-41 getting back to his normal self. And being a 12-3 team and not even having AK-41 play 100%. He's not even up to his level where he was last season. That's really exciting because it's going to get to a point now where he can really turn it on in December and January, and that's what you want to do. You want to be at your best, self, your best, football athleticism, personality, just the health. You want to have everything line up in December and January. And I feel AK-41 mentally is there. Physically, he looks like he's getting there. And it's just a matter of just getting that chemistry down with the team again and then making it happen, which I think they will. Lots of NBA games for Christmas. I'm excited for that as well. But I hope everyone is having a fantastic Monday. Enjoy yourself. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Then we go into Christmas basketball all day long. NBA. It's going to be fun. I'll see if I can come back at some point with Marcus and maybe do one of the evening games for the NBA. since that'll be something that we transition to after the NFL season is over. So we got Packers, we got Vikings, live play-by-play and reactions by the best on fucking YouTube, your boys, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys donate to the channel if you can. Subscribe to it. Smash the like button either now or on your way out. And if you need merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Aaron Rodgers, 68-17-1 at home, 43-43 on the road. Not as good. I missed y'all a lot. Did you guys miss me? I missed you guys. Especially with all this horrible announcing that they got on the TV and on podcasting and on radio. Ooh, nice little trick play by Rodgers. Nice little flip, gain for a few. Paul Haywood in the building, score! Danielle Hunter, Joseph, Steven, Wilson, Kendricks, Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr is probably thinking that was a good decision not to go to the Jets and come back. And we could say that it is. And there's the first donation. Early Christmas present. KGR Kid. Bang, 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 bang. $5 donation. Thank you. Appreciate you. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. And thank you. You know, it's definitely not easy doing live play-by-play and reactions and vibing in the chat by yourself. But like I said, you know, I'll do my very best, and I feel I am the best on YouTube. There is nobody better. You're going to be entertained. You're going to learn something new, and we're going to have fun doing it. And I'm going to put in a lot of work. So appreciate you, KGR Kid, with the first donation. Who will be next to donate to your boy? ALM Mac, I appreciate it. I hope my dad is well. I'm going to be seeing him more than likely on Christmas Day, so I'm excited to see him. I'll let him know that you said hello. And I appreciate it. Chiefs Kingdom with a big win yesterday against the lousy Chicago Bears last night on Sunday Night Football. Uzi. Nice pass to the outside. Allen, the Lizard Lazard. Toby. Oh, Booger's talking. Uh-oh. Get your Q-tips out. My ears are bleeding. Giving me brain damage over here. Come on, Booger. Like, who thought that that would be a good idea for the executives? They're like, you know what we should do? We say we should have Booger McFarland get in the booth. That's a great idea. After we had Jason Witten in the booth, and he did such an excellent job. Idiots. There we go. David Goldstein, $1.99. Thank you for the donation. Wentz is back to form. Woo! Big hit. Woo! Sit down. Danielle Hunter says, nice to meet you. And I think back to form is an understatement. I've never lost confidence in Wentz. You know, you guys just had a lot of injuries, a lot of things to overcome. He definitely underachieved. The play calling at times was bad, right? But not every season is going to be a special miracle season like when you had Nick Foles a couple years ago. So you got to understand that, and Eagles fans know that already. So, and you already know, shut the fuck up, Booger. That'll be the phrase of the day. Yeah, we'll see. Toby said the Bucks are garbage. Well, duh. I could have told you that. Is that supposed to hurt my feelings, Toby? Of course they're garbage. I know that. But they are better this year than last year. So technically, they're not really garbage. They actually got a lot better from last season. But I know you don't watch all the Bucks games, so you're just being a hater. Anyone can say that from the outside watching SportsCenter and looking at records. But they have been getting a little bit better, but nowhere near where they need to be a good NFL team. And that's big facts. Nice pass. First down, Packers. Yeah, they almost had a chance to go, 9-7. I mean, if things were a little bit better, but when Jameis Winston throws so many interceptions, 3-4 a game, it doesn't matter if you're leading the league in passing yards or in the top 2 or top 3, they need to move on. ALM Mac, appreciate you. We got Vikings 3, Packers 0. Hop into the room, join your boy. The best on YouTube, Packers Vikings live play-by-play and reactions by the best on YouTube. Your boy Orion and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Rodgers, nice little flip to Aaron Jones on first down. And I don't really like, the Packers' chances making a deep run as well as the Seahawks. I like the Seahawks more, but I feel if you don't have a balanced offense and defense, there's going to be other teams that are going to be able to come in there and smack you around. I mean, yeah, the Saints could have a bad game or the Niners could have a bad game, but I have a lot more confidence in those two teams just with the balance that they have on offense, defense, and special teams compared to, some of these teams that are really heavy on offense, Packers and Seahawks, and the defense kind of scares me a little bit. Woo! Let's go! Nice tackle. Harrison Smith. And now Booger McFarland's talking. Ears are bleeding. Everyone's getting brain damage. But don't worry, you can listen to me instead. Shut the fuck up, Booger. Bad for Booger. Good for your boy. I'm going to be trying to do as many as possible, Catania. Good to hear from you. Hopefully you're doing well. Damon Piacquadio. Annie Clark, what it do? Yeah, I'm going to try to put in as much time and grind as I can. It just depends with family and health and how everyone's doing. Going deep. Incomplete. Like I said, Marcus is under the weather. His kids are under the weather. I mean, we got people sick in the house here. So, I mean, it's one of those things, in the holiday season, it seems like everyone is kind of getting sick, colds and flus. So I got to try to just, do what I got to do to get as much material out. And I'll try to get another reaction video out maybe later on tonight or tomorrow before I go visit family and do all that. So, fly, Eagles, fly. Lenny D, Troll Patrol, and all the rest. Savage, what to do, my guy? Hopefully you're having a good holiday season. Getting close to Christmas. So far, so good. Nice little action so far. We got the Saints and the Titans reaction video already completed. Marcus is at home resting up, not feeling too hot, but at least he got the chance to come in about an hour ago to hop into the room, get the video done. So we got that on there. So that is up and already, it looks like it's been up for about 26, 28 minutes. I got it uploaded just right before that the video for this live stream ended up coming in. Let me go and look at some of the comments here real quick. Everyone representing the Who Dat Nation. I see that. They're asking me, are you not doing Monday Night Football, bro? I'm doing it. I'm on here right now. So I try to keep in touch with you guys every week. Tony Grady. Look at that mic drop right there, baby. Bang, 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 bang. Let's go, baby. $25. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. And that shows you, Toby, you want to be a hater towards my bucks. Where's your donation, player? Huh? I don't see no dollars coming from you, big dog. $5, KGR Kid. $1.99, David Goldstein. Tony Grady, $25. There's not very many people that can hop in front of a mic and get donations like this. And I appreciate every single one of y'all. Tony Grady, Oakland Raiders. Soon to be Las Vegas Raiders. Love ya, big dog. Appreciate you. And the people that donate, they usually are repeat donators, repeat offenders. They recognize the talent, they recognize the hard work, and I appreciate you, Tony. You're one of those guys that will always come in the room, regardless if the donations are not there or they're little and minimal, right? But just to get the ball rolling, to show everyone how much love you have for the Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hope you have a great holiday. And that makes it all worth it. The hard work and the time and the energy to do a live play-by-play and reaction. A lot of people think that anybody can hop on YouTube and do it, and that's incorrect. You can't do it. Not everyone can do it. Damon Piacquadio, bang, bang, bang. $2. Yeah, let's go. I love it. Merry Christmas. Fly, Eagles, fly. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And you guys make it all worth it. All the hard work with all the reaction videos that we do where we get no, financial compensation for them. The NFL eats off of us. On every video that has NFL highlights, we get no money whatsoever. So even if you just want to donate based off the hard work from the reaction videos that we do when we have the time or the live streams, or you just love us, or you just want to be able to comment and let us know, we appreciate you. Toby says, I'm trying to save money. Well, so is everyone else, but they're still donating. That's a bad excuse, big dog. Come into the stream and start talking shit to me, say my bucks are bad, and not donate? Come on, playa. Happy holidays to you. Kirk Cousins, under center. Let's see what he can do on this drive. Good defense. Bat it down. Let's go, baby. And anyone says that they're trying to save money and they can't, obviously you can. Everyone's got a debit card. Bang, bang, bang. Seventh Ward says, guess what? Let's go Vikes. Gang, 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 gang. $5.04. Anyone that says they can't donate is BS, because you can donate if you've got a debit card. It's just a matter of I'm worth the donation and the channel is worth the donation or not. And that's big facts. Facts. Let's go, baby. Seventh Ward, $5.04. Appreciate you. Gang, gang, gang. Love you guys. Ooh, good tackle. Sit the fuck down. And the thing is when you guys go on YouTube, you can tell there's certain channels that do sports and there's certain channels that try to do sports. So, it's kind of rare to be able to find one that you really can vibe with, that you can link up with and have an appreciation with. Cowboys, Eagles reaction coming. You better believe it. I'm definitely going to be pumping that out for the Eagles fans. So I'll be getting that out probably tomorrow or the following day. We are getting into the holiday season, so the time is going to be crunched a little bit for visiting, family members back and forth, but we'll see what we can do. I'm going to try to pump out as many as I can. Shotgun set. Cousins. Pressure coming. Stepping up into the blitz. First down, Vikings. And I'm going for the Vikings in this game just because, it's 11-3, 10-4. The Vikings have kind of, hit a wall at times, but, you just want to have a little bit of stability. You got so many teams that are kind of teetering around that 11-3, 12-3 mark. We can knock them down just a little bit, get them another loss. Because, I'm trying to get the Saints to get the best position possible out there. Is that Randall says the best fucking content on YouTube. Big facts. I call it how I see it. Nobody does more research. Nobody knows more than the Northwest Sports Fanatics, and that's big facts. All right, Cousins. Ooh, nice little floater. And I promise you guys, once I start working, we got, full-time jobs on top of this, but I'm going to end up trying to put in a lot of due diligence and a lot of extra work on the editing, so that way I can actually utilize the green screen, get a scoreboard up next season, try to make things look a little bit nicer, but I want to make sure that I do it right. I don't want it to look sloppy. But I'm going to be putting in more and more work, as the months go on and the years go on, just to make it look the way that I want it to look. And that way you guys can enjoy the full package of what we have. But I want to make sure that everyone knows that's in the room and in the building. I love every single one of y'all. I hope you guys have a fantastic Christmas with your friends and your family. Nice shitty pass right into the turf. Come on, Cousins. And I hope you guys have a happy new year. And we're getting into the point where this is getting really exciting for NFL fans. New England is no longer the top dog. We are going to get somebody new other than the Patriots, more than likely, to bring home the Lombardi. And that's exciting. You know what I mean? You're getting new teams that are stepping up. You got the Ravens starting to make some noise. The Chiefs are getting a little bit more confident. New England can say they're confident, but they're not. They're definitely reeling right now, right? And then you got the other teams right now, like the Saints and the Niners and the Packers and the Vikings and the Seahawks and maybe even the Eagles and all the other teams just hoping to get into the dance and get good position to make it happen, to make that run to the NFC Championship game and the Lombardi. And as great as the Ravens, are playing, which is amazing, right? I still think an NFC team can win the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And to say that, you'd have to have a lot of confidence in the Saints or the Niners or whoever you believe is going to be coming out of the NFC. Because, the Ravens, obviously, if they win, would anyone really be surprised? If Lamar Jackson wins the MVP, are you surprised? No. He's played amazing. The team has played amazing. They've had good balance with the running game with Mark Ingram, Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews, all the pieces they have on defense. So, essentially, if the Ravens win, I don't think anyone on planet Earth would be surprised. And I'm actually hoping that they get to the Super Bowl to play against the Saints. That's kind of my dream matchup that I'm kind of looking forward to, but we'll see what happens. I'll take any matchup. If it ends up being Saints versus New England, and I got to see Drew Brees beat the brakes off Tom Brady and get the Lombardi, I'll take that too. I don't care who they play, but I just want to see some new teams in there. And we're getting to that point where the bowl games are coming up for college football. It's in a fantastic, exciting time of year right now. NFL season 2019. Cousins going deep. Woo! How you going to drop that? Come on, man. Come on, Thielen. What happened to my hands? even him falling down, that's a Thielen grab. You know what I'm saying? How do you not catch that when it's in your hands like that? I know you're falling to the ground, but, I mean, you got one of the, top 5 hands out of anyone in the whole entire league? What happened to my hands? Come on, Thielen. Crazy. All right, Vikings with the punt. It's just crazy because you've seen it and I've seen it. Thielen's made one-handed grabs, grabs on people's helmets, it just behind the back, like just crazy grabs. It's just nuts to me sometimes when the ball is in their hands. Even if they're falling down, I get it. It's a tough grab. But when it's right in his hands, like how do you miss that? It's not like you're a third-string wide receiver. I mean, you're a top 10 wide receiver in the game. But maybe he'll make up for it, as we get later on into the game. So look at these nice donations. Happy holidays and a happy new year to the Northwest Sports Fanatics and your boy Orion, the best on fucking YouTube. KGR Kid, $5. Early Christmas present. Way to get it started, KGR Kid. David Goldstein, $1.99. Wentz is back to form. Damn right he is. I never lost confidence in him, and I never will. Tony Grady, boom, little mic drop, $25. Happy holidays, everyone. Damon P. Aquadio, Merry Christmas, $2. And Fly Eagles Fly, 7th Ward, 504. Let's go Vikes, representing the 504. David Goldstein, $1.99. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. This is exciting, man, and I can't wait for the bowl games really to start up. I mean, obviously we got my Ducks and Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl. It should be a top game. You got Clemson, doing their thing. We'll see what they can do in their game. And then you end up getting LSU as well. So the matchups are good. We'll see what happens. With Ohio State in their matchup, being the underdog, I mean, we'll see what happens in the games. I mean, when I first heard that, I was, I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. But I'm hoping it'll be LSU, Ohio State, and I got to have my Ducks win the Rose Bowl. I don't know if they can. I mean, Herbert's going to have to really show out. But as far as like recruiting is concerned, I mean, the Ducks have been getting a lot of 5-star players, a lot of amazing linebackers out of high school. So the future is looking very bright for Oregon Duck football. So that makes me happy, guy, moving forward. Absolutely. I have not seen Star Wars yet. I was going to go try to see it on Friday, but then had a few things come up. Calvin Griffin, what to do, my guy? But I have not got a chance to see it. But my friends that have seen it have said it's amazing. So I can't wait. I've always seen every one within the first 3 or 4 days of opening day. I'm a big Star Wars guy. Watched every single one probably 10, 15, 20 times. Big part of my life. Definitely, since I'm a toy collector, and I like that type of thing, movies are big. And I usually don't go see too many movies in the theater each year, maybe a couple. But definitely the Star Wars movie is definitely on the top of the list. Maybe tomorrow. Thoughts on Jameis Winston? Definitely improved this season with, throwing the ball. But obviously we saw Godwin and Mike Evans have 2 top 5 wide receiver seasons. Not as good as Michael Thomas, because no one is. But to be, number 2 or number 4, in the top 5 with yards and touchdowns and kind of making a name for themselves with a shitty quarterback in Jameis Winston was exciting. But I don't want him anymore. You know what I mean? Why? I mean, the guy averages 3 or 4 picks a game. It's I don't give a shit if you throw for 3,000, 4,000, 4,800 yards. If you're averaging 4 picks a fucking game and you can't win, and then you throw those bad picks at the end of the games to lose, what's the point? You know what I mean? I'd rather take a guy that's going to give me 3,000 yards rather than 45 or 5 and give me better stat line, like a 25 and 15. You know what I mean? A 30 and a 12. You know what I mean? So it is what it is with the organization. It's rough. I don't like him one bit. He obviously has talent and he can throw the ball, but he needs to go somewhere where he can learn the discipline of not turning the ball over. And I don't know if he ever will. I don't know if a team like the New England Patriots could teach him to be, not so turnover prone. But, I mean, if they decide to hang on to him, I mean, it's brutal. I mean, he does things that are amazing in the game, Jameis Winston, that make me say, damn, what a throw. Or, what a great play action, play that he set up with his feet, and he just was on lock with Mike Evans or Godwin or Cameron Braid or O.J. Howard or whoever, right? But then the bad picks, like at the end of the game of the Bucks, if you guys saw that on Saturday, just inexcusable, throwing out to like the fullback, just a little floater. And when you lose games like that, I mean, how long can stick with a guy that keeps losing football games like that? It's crazy, man. Does a lot of positive things, but those turnovers, the fumbles that he loses, the fumbles that he gets, the bad interceptions, the bad throws, the third down conversion, horrible. Red zone, opportunities are not good. So, I mean, that's my take on it. And he's kind of a knucklehead off the field, and I can't respect a guy that's a knucklehead off the field. He always tries to be Superman, tries to do more than he needs to, and he just needs to learn, in this kind of game that you don't have to be that guy. And at some point, he's going to get benched, and he'll be a backup quarterback in this league. I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm not sure if he really deserves to be a starting quarterback, in my opinion. Just turns the ball over way too much, man. There's plenty of other guys I'd rather work with. Like, to be honest, I would have rather kept Ryan Fitzpatrick, just for one season. If we were just talking about this season, I would have rather stuck with him. Yeah, he's going to have games where he throws for 5 or 6 touchdowns, but then have a game where he throws 4 or 5 picks like Jameis. But I feel I can count on him a little bit more game in and game out, not to fuck up the game and to lose the game for me. And Jameis is great at losing the game. So, Slim Leroy, what to do? Could Dak be on a different team next year? I doubt it. I think that they like him enough there that they'll make a coaching change, but they'll have him stay with the Cowboys. Slims, how about them boys, huh? Well, big game for the Eagles. They needed to get that game. Amber says, I'm back. We missed you. How do I feel about the Ducks losing to Auburn? I don't mind it one bit. I mean, at the beginning of the year, that was a tough opponent. I mean, we could have been like Alabama and scheduled, Chattanooga State, or Eastern Washington, and then ran the table and pretty much went all the way, undefeated until we had that little bump in the road with like Arizona State. But floater, incomplete. But, I mean, it's a part of football. At least it shows you, to make you mentally tough. And they, it was a tough game to watch, and they lost. But, I mean, we ended up winning the Pac-12, the first time in about 4 or 5 years. And, we're going to the Rose Bowl. So I'm going to take it, you know what I mean? You're not going to be able to go undefeated in college football. And usually in the Pac-12, unless you're like a dominant USC team with Pete Carroll in the past when they were the Pac-10, or a dominant Ducks team or a dominant UW team, I mean, it's rare to have a team that only has one loss or go undefeated, because usually the Pac-12 is not as good as the SEC or Big Ten, and that's facts. The SEC and Big Ten are much better talent-wise. But at least the Ducks are, kind of stamping themselves right now. Oh, come on, Aaron Jones. Not helping your quarterback at all. Incomplete. Yeah, and I think there's a good chance that that Saints might get their wish and have Green Bay lose. You're on the road, tough environment. Kirk doesn't play good on Monday Night Football. I believe he's 0-8, right? So, but he's at home for this one, and this is going to be a tough one to scrape out. But I think that the Vikings will have enough to get the dub at the end of the day. Field goal attempt. Crosby. Right down the middle, and it's good. We got Vikings 3, Packers 3, the best fans on YouTube, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Randall, see, I'm good with my stats. Your boy reads. I know. Appreciate every single one of y'all. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Donations have been lit. I appreciate you guys. I miss you guys. We got the Saints and the Titans reaction video up on YouTube about an hour ago. So at halftime, right now, after the live stream is over, you guys want to check that out, please do. Leave a comment, smash the like button. And like I said, make sure you guys enjoy the broadcast today, which I know you guys do. We miss you a lot. Marcus hopefully will be in the chat at some point. I know he's feeling sick, starting to come down with the flu. And that sucks because it seems like a lot of times when it's flu season in like December when it comes to the holidays. It's the worst, right? You're about to see family. You're about to hang out with your homies. You know what I mean? The worst thing that you want is to have a cold or flu to kind of bring you down. So hopefully, he gets better, and we'll see what happens with him, obviously, as we get later on in the week. Do I think Jameis would do well with Shanahan? I think Jameis would do well where there's structure. You know what I mean? There has to be an elite defense, right? There has to be a good O-line and elite running back core, which the Niners have. Corvette with the donation. Hey, who dat? You dat. Appreciate you, Corvette. But I feel with Jameis, he could succeed somewhere else. But the bottom line is he needs to have a coach that bottom line says if you turn the ball over, you don't play. And I don't think anyone has really stepped up to him in that regard, where it's like if you turn the ball over like the New England Patriot way, you turn it over, you don't play. And he's going to need something like that. But obviously with Tampa Bay, our defense is horrible, right? But between just a few guys that have kind of made a splash, this season. But the defense overall is horrible. We don't have a running game. Yeah, we got Mike Evans and we got Godwin, but that's not enough. You don't got good coaching. You don't have all the pieces there. But you have improved, with Arians and Todd Bowles and Leftwich calling plays. So you've seen the difference. They've gone from a team that wins about 3 or 4 wins to getting close to being a team that can win 7, 8, or 9 games. Not being good, right? Not being a good NFL team by any means, but at least getting better to be like kind of respectable, the Bucs, right? So, but it's still going to take a lot. They need a solid starting running back, a stud, maybe old boy from Wisconsin. I love him. I'd love to have him on the roster, but they need more than that. The O-line needs to be, get better, more depth at guard and center and tackle, and the defense needs to get rehauled and revamped. So right here, LSU, Oklahoma, Ohio State, Clemson, LSU all the way, baby. Let's go. Corvette with the donation. Appreciate you. Nyland Saints in the building. And I haven't wavered from my decision from the beginning of the year. I said the Saints were going to be the best team in the NFC, make it to the NFC Championship game and go to the Super Bowl, and it's still looking like it might happen. So we'll see what happens in this magical playoff season of 2019. David Goldstein with another donation, $4.99. You think Miles Sanders will develop into an elite running back? I like him a lot. I mean, I know they have a lot of positioning, with guys that they had, the Jordan Howard experiment and the different pieces they like to slide in and out. I personally like him the best out of everyone in your running back core that you've had. When you guys had Jay Ajayi and you guys had the 4 horsemen, you guys had the nice little depth of, bouncing around. And you're going to have a running back by committee for the Eagles. And it might not be their year this year, but I really do like them for their future moving forward. I haven't lost any faith in Wentz. I still love Wentz a lot. I still think he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Some of the play calling wasn't the greatest. He definitely underthrew a lot of his guys and overthrew his guys. But look at the injuries that you guys accumulated throughout the season. Not having a healthy D-Jax, Alshon going in and out of the lineup, running backs getting banged up, linemen getting banged up. I mean, you can't necessarily feel that Carson Wentz at this point in his career can have everyone on his back like a Russell Wilson and take over the game like Russell Wilson does, because he's not at that point yet. He's still young. He's still learning. So don't lose faith. But I do love Miles Sanders, and I think that he can be a guy that can really step up. But the thing is, I'm not sure if it's going to be elite status for him, right? Because you guys like to go running back by committee. So I'm not sure if that one guy is going to get a consistent 20 touches a game for the Eagles, because it seems like even their top guys get around like 15 to 18, and they like to spread the ball around. But I do love Miles Sanders a lot. Watched him at Penn State. Having to follow Saquon Barkley is a big thing, right? And he did a great job at that. But I do like his skill set moving forward. Miles Sanders for the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. Screen pass. Dalvin Cook. Oh, that's not Dalvin Cook. I know they were saying back and forth if Dalvin Cook was going to play. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Big game, though, today for the Vikings. Oh, Booger's talking right now. Watch out. ALMAC $5 donation. Chiefs Kingdom. Stand up. Appreciate you, ALMAC. Cousins. Bad pass. Yeah, that was Boone. So obviously Cook is not playing. I was going to say, I figured that they weren't going to even try to test Cook out there at all. They said, he might play. And then they said, no, he's not going to play. And then they were saying, well, we'll see how he looks, based off his injury. But, I mean, this would be a game that you'd really need him. But you don't want to force it. You don't want to force anything. Yeah, let him know, Lenny D. See, that's what's kind of startling about Cousins. When you have these big third downs and these big plays, you're at fucking home, right? It's like, I know you're not a top 10 quarterback. Now, Cousins, I mean, I don't know where you guys would rate him. I'd probably rate him out of all the quarterbacks in the league. I mean, he's had a pretty good season for touchdown to interception ratio, right? But still, with that being said, he's kind of in the middle for me. He's probably somewhere between like 12 and 18, right? 12 to 18. Some weeks he's up in that, 10 to 12 range, and other weeks he's like 18 to 20. But sometimes it's like, dude, you got to be able to step it up. I know Dalvin Cook isn't out there, but, I mean, you got to make some plays. Normally you got Thielen out there, you got Diggs, you got Kyle, the red zone, Rudolph, tight end, right? You got people. It's like, I don't understand some of his throws. Some of his throws are just little floaters into the dirt, or he overthrows them by 10 yards. And I get it. You weren't first pick in the draft. You went to Michigan State. You played on the Redskins. But, dude, you're 10-4. You know what I'm saying? You're only a couple years removed from your little playoff run with the Minneapolis Miracle. Let's go, Oh, he got crunched. Aaron Rodgers. Gah. He said, sit down. But we got a flag party. ALMAC, $5. Appreciate you. Love you. Jimmy G, he does, but he's still learning, though. And let's not get it twisted. Like, if you ended up watching that, that Rams game, right? They really haven't had to lean on Jimmy G to win games for him. The running game has really bailed him out. The defense in most games, special teams, the kicking game. So if it comes down to Jimmy G winning the game for you, he has it in him, but he's still young. You know what I mean? Let's not get it twisted. You know what I mean? He's still learning, but I do like the swagger that he's starting to kind of, let his teammates know that, hey, I'm here. But a lot of it, to me, is Shanny and Kyle Shanahan, with the play calling. It's a combination of the two, but he's definitely learning and getting better week in and week out. But it also shows you, too, right, when you play games in your division, NFC West games, Niners, Seahawks, which we're going to be getting next week, which is going to be amazing. I'm going to be here for that, right? Niners, Rams, Seahawks, Rams, whatever the combination is, right? Those games are always going to be hard fought. They're always going to be close. It could be Panthers and Saints, Bucks and Saints. And you can be confident that you're going to win, right? But a lot of times the matchups are a lot closer than people ever anticipate because of the rivalry. The rivalries where you see each other twice a year, to get revenge. Anything is possible, and that's why I love the NFL. You just never know. You never know in NFL. College football is a little bit more easy to predict, but the NFL, I feel, is the hardest to predict out of anything. MLB, NBA, college football, you can kind of get a gauge. But with the NFL, and that's why we love it so much, right? It's very unpredictable for the most part, besides when New England had their run for many, many years, and hopefully that's coming to an end. Brandon Rogers, yo, what it do? I know, isn't that awesome, Panthers fan? I mean, that's one accomplishment that you can see from having kind of an underachieving season. 1,000 is big, man. It's big. Marshall Faulk, Roger Craig. I mean, these are guys that I look up to and that I watched when I was a kid. Especially Roger Craig when I was little. When I was baby O-Dog. Baby O-Doggy Dog, all right? Watching Roger Craig rumble and make it happen. And then Marshall Faulk, start to make it happen for the Colts. And then go to, obviously, the Rams on the greatest show on turf. So it's nice, man, to be able to see running backs make a name for themselves like that. Oh, Kittle is a beast. I love a lot of the players on Fred Warner, very underrated linebacker, KGR kid. And the thing is, if you just love football like I do, Marvin, what to do? I appreciate players from all the teams, even if they're on New England, even if they're on the Cowboys. I mean, there's just certain guys out there that are just amazing, like Jalen Smith. I mean, you can be an Eagles guy and say, I hate that guy, right? But if he was on your team, you'd be like, okay, you know what I mean? There's just certain pieces of the lineup where you see these guys and you're like, damn, these guys are good. And they would be good on any team. They're just, guys that really show out week in and week out. But I like the lower name guys that people don't talk about. Like, one of my favorite players this season is Demario Davis, right? AKA the Glue from the Saints. How did he not make the Pro Bowl? You know what I mean? So it shows you, you know what I mean? A lot of it is political. Just like when you have your, stuff for, elections, or when you're playing, sports, when you're trying to make the basketball team and whatnot. It's a lot of it's just politics, Niners 12-3, Saints 12-3, Packers 11-3, Eagles 8-7, Seahawks and Vikings. Hawks 11-4, Vikings 10-4. Cowboys are 7-8, and they say they are in the hunt, but guess what? They're not. They're not in the hunt. Yeah, hell yeah, Marvin. Rodgers. Oh, intercepted! Woo! Let's go. Score! Score! Let's go. Let's go. There we go. Yeah, Vikings fans love it. Let's go, baby. And for me, being a defensive guy, I love interceptions. I love fumbles. Fumbles for touchdowns, picks for touchdowns, special teams. But, a guy like me is not common. A lot of guys love great quarterback play, running game, guys getting 150 yards on the ground. I love me some Michael Thomas, MT13. You can't guard Mike. You only hope to contain him, right? But plays like that, that's what I love in football. I've always loved the great effort plays from corners, safeties, linebackers. That's my favorite. Love it. Great play. All right, now capitalize, Kirk. God damn it. Halfback toss. This is where they really need Dalvin Cook, and it shows. When you don't have Dalvin Cook out there to give you the balance, the score right now should be like 17-3 Vikings, right? They should have scored on that first drive off the turnover in the beginning, and you're letting a team like the Packers hang around, and if you let them hang around long enough, they're going to come back and beat you. Because we know Aaron Rodgers, he's got the flick of the wrist, right? He can make it happen. Yeah, exactly. I love seeing Jameis Winston throw picks. Now, I've been a defensive guy since a little one, a little young buck. I've always the Lawrence Taylor, the certain linebacking core of guys, the Derek Brooks, the Urlachers, just watching guys play that linebacker position for me, and the safety position, Ed Reed and Palomalu, John Lynch. There's just so many guys I can go. Charles Woodson, Rod Woodson, one of my favorites of all time. I mean, I just absolutely love the dynamic to being a great middle linebacker, the leader on the defense, outside linebacker, and what that guy brings to the table, the will, the mic, and then the safeties in the corners. Floater, touchdown, Vikings, Stephon Diggs. Woo, let's go. Let's go. About time, Kirk. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Look at that break right off the line. Hit him with the shake and bake. Over the shoulder. Number 23, where are you at? Someone call 911. He said, where the ball at? Where it at? Not in your hands, buddy. Diggs. I've always liked Stephon Diggs. Way to make the play. You need someone to step up and make that play. Great job. There we go. Vikings fans are happy. Saints fans are happy. We need this Packer team to drop a game. It's all about playoff positioning. That's what makes it exciting. And there's a couple games that the Vikings probably shouldn't have dropped, that they could have easily won this division outright. But, I mean, it is the NFL and anything can happen. I know, this score should be way, way up there. And that's what makes me nervous. Anytime you have a small lead and you don't take advantage of your opportunities and you play the Seahawks and Russell Wilson, or you play the Packers and Aaron Rodgers, even if the defense is booty and it's horrible, You can never count out Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson. They can literally put the team on the back and score 21 in a quarter, and then all of a sudden you look up at the score, and it's 24-21, and you lost when you were up like 21-0. You know, like, how the hell did that happen? But they make it happen. So it's good to see them capitalize finally, that they got on the board. Great job. Man, I missed you guys. We got Packers, we got Vikings, live, play-by-play, and reactions by the best on fucking YouTube. Your boy Orion, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas if you can. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. And I know, Uzi, you're one of the only Packer fans probably in the building. And normally I root for the Packers most of the time, you know, but with this game, with the Vikings, you know, playoff positioning, I don't, and it's for me, I mean, the Saints and some of these other teams, the Niners, they don't necessarily need home field to get to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. I think that they can do it. But, you know, going into this game, the Vikings need this game a lot more than the Packers do, and that's big facts. Yeah, and that's the worst when the corners don't turn around. But when you're going against Diggs or Thielen and that ball is right on the money, it's really tough to defend that. Randall says, "Skull for who dat?" Yeah, let's vote on the Geico commercials. All of them are shitty. AFC playoff picture, Ravens 13-2, Patriots 12-3. And that was really sad because I really wanted the Bills to end up upsetting the Patriots. They almost had it. So close in the two games this season. The Bills are coming, and they will overtake the Patriots sooner than later for the AFC East crown. It may take a couple years, but they're on their way. It's going to be an exciting playoff push. No one's going to want to play the Bills in the playoffs, but they just need a little bit more stability in the running game and maybe another weapon on offense. They're getting there, though. But no one's going to want to play them in the playoffs in the AFC, let me tell you. And Slim will let them know, shut the fuck up, booger. I know, right, David? It's crazy. And it was so close, man. And I like the Bills because they're like the Vikings. They're very balanced on offense and defense, and it shows you. You really need to have a good kicking game. Your defense needs to be stout. You got to be able to stop the run. You got to be able to have good linebackers and good secondary, but you need to be able to get some points on the board as well. And Josh Allen is still up and down, right? But adding John Brown and adding Cole Beasley have been huge for the Bills this season. You know, they just need a little bit more productivity. And they need a little bit more reliability week in and week out. They're getting there. And it's exciting because we're starting to see these teams that have been kind of on the bottom end of the NFL raise up their level of play. And then we start seeing new teams be good again. And it's fun, you know. Fumble, punt, field goal, interception. Not a good start for the Packers. Great job by the Vikings shutting down Aaron Jones so far, because that's when the Packers are efficient. When Aaron Jones is rolling, the Packers are rolling. When Aaron Jones gets stopped and it has a tough game, the passing game isn't the same. They can't get into that same kind of rhythm, you know, because if they got 8 or 9 in the box, right, and they know that Aaron Jones is getting the ball, he ain't going nowhere. He's not that, you know, type of running back that's going to be able to break 5 tackles and take it to the house. So, you know, we'll have to see what kind of play action, you know, plays that maybe bootleg plays that Aaron Rodgers can, you know, get into the mix here. Because they're going to need to be able to spice up this playbook to get guys downfield. Either for, you know, maybe a pass interference, just going deep and just trying to get a call to go in your favor. But they need to be able to try to get some consecutive first downs to move the chains. That was close. Ooh. Nice vision by Jones right there on that carry. Gain of 7 or 8. Almost a first down by the Pack. Yeah, the Packers definitely need, and that's the thing. I think a lot of people see the quarterbacks and the wide receivers and the running backs, and then they realize, like, why is our offense, not putting up these big numbers? The O-line is very important. The center position, right, to me is the most important. He's calling the protections. Of course, if you have your left tackle or right tackle, the blind side, to be able to protect your quarterback's back. Normally, people will say the left tackle and right tackle is the most important, but for me, it's the center. If you have a good center, it lets everything fall into place. Nice pass. First down, Packers. Allen the Lazard with the grab. But center for me is number one on the line. Left tackle if you're a right-handed quarterback. Right tackle if you're a left-handed quarterback. Guards are definitely just as important. But O-line and D-line, people I don't know what it is. It's not a sexy position to talk about. It's the big boys up front. It's the guys that just, meat and potatoes. They're the guys that just block and, they give it their all every game and they never get any pub unless one of these guys, ends up getting a touchdown, in like a trick play. Yeah, incomplete right there. That's a drop. Back to Ari and them. They've had a couple, over the years. But it really does show you, like, how important the line is for every team. Offensive line, defensive line. I mean, defensive line definitely gets a lot more pub because you got guys like, Aaron Donald and Von Miller, and you get these pass rushers that make a big name for themselves. So they get love, by the NFL and by ESPN and SportsCenter. But the offensive lines never really get the love. And another guy I want to shout out McCoy, center for the Saints. Especially when you get rookies, the guys that come in that can play different positions, guard, center, tackle, and you get these guys. It really does show you how much of a difference a good offensive lineman can make on a team, right? And most teams don't have more than 3 that are good. Think about it. Like, it's very rare to have 3 out of 5 that are like, wow, like Pro Bowl or like, top-notch level. Most teams only have 1 out of 5 or 2 out of 5. If you're really good, you might have 3 that are really good and maybe 2 above average. But it shows you, I mean, if you're a good NFL team and a good, general manager, if you ended up having 5 Pro Bowl linemen, it wouldn't matter how good your quarterback or your running back or wide receivers are going to be, because they're going to be able to give you time to block, right? To open up the holes for the running backs and give you plenty of time to throw the ball, even if you're a below average quarterback. So it's kind of funny that these GMs haven't really put that together. I know the quarterbacks are important, but to me, I would rather have 5 Pro Bowl linemen, right, and then average pieces everywhere else, because they'll make those other players better as time goes on. You know what I mean? It just all depends on what you see is important, on a football team. But O-line is everything, just like Randall says. It really is. But you also have to have good coaching. You got to have good special teams. It's a team game. And it also shows you, when you have 11 on 11, if 9 guys out of 11 are running the play ain't going to work. You got to really have all 11 on the same page, especially for blocking schemes and pulling. You know what I mean? It's important. And people are like, well, I got all these awesome players at quarterback and wide receiver. Like the Browns, for example, are a great example, right? The Browns have Odell and Jarvis Landry and Nick Chubb, right? So many pieces. Baker, right? They shouldn't have been this bad. But it shows you, if you have shitty O-line, shitty head coach, it don't matter the names that you got out there. You ain't going to do shit. You know what I mean? And that's big facts. That's a great example. Remember all the people that said the Browns were going to the Super Bowl and they were betting on that? The paper champs, remember that? Oh, the Browns, they're going to be so great. Remember that? They jumped that horse a little bit too soon. Vikings 10, Packers 3. 11 minutes left in the second quarter. The crowd is lit. I can hear them. Screen pass. Devontae Adams, first down, Packers. What happened to the Panthers season? Injuries, man. Plus, it also shows you, I mean, if you focus on just one player, right? Run CMC, even though DJ Moore has had an amazing season, Samuel has had a great season, but when you focus primarily on one main guy, teams know what you're going to do. And if you just keep rolling with that one guy over and over and over, and then you stuff him, there's been a lot of games where, the Panthers, if they would have opened it up a little bit more, that they might have been able to be a little bit more competitive in some of those games they lost. And the defense has kind of let them down in a few games as well. But it shows you it's tough, man. It's the NFL. It's not easy. You got to have all the pieces clicking at the same time. Yeah, the old Browns are going to the Super Bowl, right? But let's not get too caught up on the Ravens though just yet. I know everyone is loving the Ravens story, but all it takes is one loss, and you're out. I mean, this is not NBA or MLB where it's best of 7. You know what I mean? All it takes is one game of Lamar Jackson to have 3 interceptions, and maybe throw for 150 and 60 yards rushing, and you lose, and then what? So. I mean, they're pacing like they're going to be the team that gets there. And I'd be kind of shocked if someone gets there other than the Ravens. But you never know. The Chiefs could make a run. New England could maybe turn it around. But to me, those are the only 3 teams that really have a shot. I do like the Bills, but I feel like they need a little bit more. But they could definitely upset a team. But I don't know if they can, get to the Super Bowl this season. Pretty much Ravens, Chiefs, Patriots. And then I guess Bills would be my 4th team if you want to throw out a 4th team in there based on how they played this season. Oh, yeah, Chiefs-Ravens would be good. Ravens-Pats would be good. Chiefs-Pats would be good. Any combination would be amazing. Saints-49ers NFC Championship game? Yes, please. A little rematch, a little payback. But, when you got Aaron Rodgers and the Vikings and the Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, I mean, who knows, man? That's why we play this game. That's why we play the game. Rodgers, hands off. Aaron Jones, woo! Man, the Vikings players are hitting out there today, aren't they? Mahomes versus Lamar. Yeah, and the thing is, Mahomes was the big thing last year. And it seems like people fell off that train because he got hurt, and he wasn't as good this season than last season. So, NFL is a bunch of fads. You know what I mean? They love what's hot right now, right? So Mahomes was it last year, right? Now it's Lamar, and it's going to be someone probably next year that's different, so got to remember that. People love to jump ship on what's hot right now. But being able to have that longevity, and being able to have that long tenured career, that's consistency. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? Not just being a flash in the pan. Not saying that Mahomes or Lamar are flash in the pans one bit, because those are 2 of the best superstars that we have in this league moving forward, especially with guys like Big Ben and a lot of these older guys like Tom Brady that are going to be walking away from the game. We need new leaders and new guys to look up to be excited for, to watch. And Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, to me, are 2 of the top 3 week in and week out that I love watching on TV. Aaron Rodgers under center in the red zone. Rolling to his right. Looking. Throws it away. That was a good decision by Rodgers. Yeah, Madden Curse definitely is starting to hang around a little bit. Yeah, and then Seattle, that's another thing right there. How the fuck do you lose to the Cardinals? You know what I mean? How the fuck do you lose to the Cardinals? I mean, this is playoffs. You know what I mean? Like you're beating certain teams that are like the Niners, who are projected to go to the NFC Championship game or very far, right? And then Seattle is supposed to be in the mix. Russell Wilson's the MVP candidate, right? That shows you anything can happen on any Sunday, Monday, or Thursday. But that's what makes me worried about teams like the Seahawks. I just don't know if they can beat the top-notch teams in the playoffs. Oh, pick that off. Because you want to be playing your best football in December, period. Your best football needs to be played in December. If you start dropping games against shitty opponents in December, that's a big red flag for me. Huge. Like, I don't think Seahawks are going to get to the NFC Championship game just based on that loss alone, you know? And then a lot of these teams, they need home field, otherwise they can't do it. But the great teams, the Saints, the Niners, they can do it anywhere, home or on the road. So that's why I put those two teams a little bit above the Packers, the Vikings, the Seahawks, and the Eagles. And that's big facts. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Appreciate every single one of y'all. I missed you guys. It's been a while. We got the Saints-Titans reaction video already posted before this live stream. So if you guys have a chance at halftime or after the live stream's over, please check it out and enjoy that. And I'll try to post as many as I can. Marcus is sick. He's got the flu, but he was able to come in. Six Inc., what'd it do? Says, you really think the Saints can win the Super Bowl because they have me worried with the common slow starts in games that happens in the playoffs, it's wraps. I do. Even though I'm a Bucs fan, I haven't wavered. And the thing is, the great thing about the Saints, they haven't even played their best football yet. And what's the record, Six Inc? 12-3. Anti, what'd it do? 12-3. AK-41, obviously got going this week, got the 2 touchdowns on the ground. He hasn't really had a great season, right? The only one that's had an amazing season is MT13, Michael Thomas, breaking records, being consistent, being the best wide receiver in the game. You can't guard him. You only hope to contain him, right? He's been amazing. Demario Davis has been amazing, right? But they've had holes in their game, right? Where some of the, Drew Brees' games haven't been the greatest. They've had games where they've started slow. But I really do think that this is a team of destiny, and when you have the Minneapolis Miracle, the bullshit, pass interference call that should have been called with the Rams, you know what I mean? You had records broken by Breeze and Michael Thomas in back-to-back weeks. I'm just saying, it feels to me that even if they end up playing the Ravens and are the underdog, and if it's Ravens Saints or Chiefs Saints or Patriots Saints, whatever it is, I still feel that they can win it, It's going to be tough, but also having a great coach in Sean Payton, having, Taysom Hill, the X factor, is going to be big. A great special teams play. So, I really do. I really do think that they can get it. I don't just say it just to say it. I evaluate all the teams. I'm not going to be right all the time, right? But a lot of times, with Super Bowls, I think I've gotten like 14 out of the last 15 Super Bowls right? So I definitely know what I'm talking about. Natties, I'm usually spot on with those. I think I've gotten like maybe 10 out of the last 11 Natties right. So NBA Finals, I can get those easy. MLB is sometimes tricky. Like, I don't think anyone thought the Nats were going to win this season, but we have, that's why we play the games. That's a good question, Slim. I don't know. It all depends on what direction that they're going to go. If I was the Panthers, I'd move on from Cam Newton. You already got rid of Riverboat Ron. I don't know. I don't know about Mike McCarthy and some of these other guys that are kind of in the media right now, but talking about Urban Meyer going to the Cowboys and some of these guys going to these new teams. We got to kind of wait to see how things play out. There'll be some college coaches, up for jobs as well. But I think it's like a rotating door. There's a lot of coaches that get rotated in and out of college football and NFL, but there's very few that are elite in my book. It's 12 noon. You know what time it is. It's time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, I bet. Yeah, I wouldn't have him at the head coaching position. But I just feel there's a big rotating door of like a lot of mediocre coaches, average coaches, and one guy gets fired, then he goes somewhere else. So to me, like in the NFL right now, I think there's only maybe like 6 or 7 really good NFL coaches. And that's not really saying a whole lot, when you got 32 teams and there's only maybe like 7 or 8 like really solid ones. So Zadarius Smith. And the Ravens miss him. They could really use a piece like him on that defense. But a great addition for the Packers. They needed defense, and they got a stud in Zadarius Smith. And that's big facts. Preston Smith had played pretty good for him as well. You feel bad for the Cowboys. Why? They're always in the media. You always got Skip Bayless and all the other people talking about how great they are. They started off the season pretty good, and I thought Kellen Moore was doing a pretty good job. But when you get exposed and Jason Garrett shows you what kind of coach he really is, and Zeke's not running hard, and you have injuries with Amari Cooper, and the defense is not playing, you get what you get. They're average. They're not a great team. They're not a horrible team. You can beat up on the bad teams, but you can't beat the good teams. That should be a reflection of what you see. If the players don't respect the coach, right, and they don't respect on what's going on, what the star means to that organization, then you're going to get the results that you've been getting, about 500, So I don't have any pity for them one bit. Cash, Cardi B says. Cash. Yeah, and I knew Carson would. A lot of the haters were talking shit, and they were always saying, I don't know if he's got it. And a lot of people love to overreact. People love to overreact when things are going good and when also things are going really bad, because that's how passionate we are as fans, right? All of us that are in the chat right now, all of us that are in here, we love our teams, right? Obviously, we love our teams, and it shows. We live and we breathe and we die for our teams, But sometimes you got to be a realistic fan. It's cool to be passionate, but you don't want to be reckless and stupid. You know what I mean? You got to be able to understand where your team's at, what's going on. And a lot of times it's not just the quarterback's fault. The quarterback's going to take, the hit when the team is doing bad, but he's also going to get the praise when the team is doing good. But a lot of it's coaching, injuries, having guys play out of position, O-line, problems there. I mean, so it's more than just 1 or 2 people when a team starts, hitting the rails. But I'm kind of proud on the way that the Eagles have bounced back. I mean, they've had a lot of adversity this season, a lot of injuries. And then one thing is no matter how the season goes, if you can beat the Cowboys, I mean, that's going to be something that is on your list every single year, and especially in 2019. 10-6, I don't like this. The Packers are hanging around. The Vikings defense has been pretty stout, but when you let a team hang around, then you're just waiting for him to go off in the second half. And all it's going to take is just a couple big throws or maybe a couple PIs, on some deep bombs. Anything can happen. Yeah. Who is going to win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Miles Sanders have a chance? I don't know if he'll be in the conversation as far as like NFL league heads and all the personnel people, but there's going to be a lot of names that are going to be discussed for Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year. Oh, fumble! Unless they're going to call that incomplete, which they probably will. Scary Terry McLaurin. I mean, there's a lot of pieces, that are going to be in the conversation, and that's big facts. Oh yeah, definitely a fumble. Harrison Smith with the big hit. Booger McFarland's talking, so get your Q-tips, because your ears are fucking bleeding. I got brain damage. You got brain damage. Our ears are bleeding. Shut the fuck up, Booger. God. Ricochet? Yeah, I'm permanently deaf, Amber. Slim, you still coming to Portland for NXT TakeOver, right? Portland? Me and my buddy, we got our tickets. Did you get your tickets? We got them in our pre-sale, but they didn't give our pre-sale code. It was supposed to be like at 10 a.m. and those fuckers, like I had to call Vince McMahon personally and Triple H and Stephanie. I'd be like, dude, what the fuck? The pre-sale, right? I already got the code with my buddy, and they finally gave us the code at like 11 or whatever. So it was like 2 hours. So we did get floor seats, but not as close as that we wanted to, which is kind of disappointing. Let me see where our seats are. But I figured you got yours. Let me take a quick peek, big dog. Yeah, we didn't get the code until 11:15 in the morning when they were supposed to be at like 10 a.m. So we're on the northwest floor, row 9, seats 1 and 2. So we were like 120 each. So I wanted to spend like 200. I didn't really, mind on how much that we were going to spend, but oh, you didn't get them yet? Yeah. But if you get them though, we can always try to link up if you end up going. I'm excited though. I still am big on AEW, though. That's still my number one for wrestling right now. Trick play. Diggs. Oh, Diggs. Oh, he was going to throw it to Kirk, but that shows you he's not a quarterback. That could have been big. Wow. Almost. But AEW, Dynamite, on Wednesday nights, by far is the best wrestling show on TV. It's better than Raw. It's better than SmackDown. It's even better than NXT that they compete with on Wednesday nights. And it's by far the best. You got good old JR commentating on one side, who used to do the Attitude Era for Raw back in the 90s, right? And you got Tony Schiavone, who used to do WCW Nitro on the other side. Amazing. What happened to my hands? Cousins going deep. Why would you go 4th and 4 and go deep like that? Why? On 4th and 4. You could have ran a screen. You could have ran a hook route. You could have ran a 5 and out or a 10 and out. What is the point on 4th and 4 for a stop and go that no one was fooled on, and you overthrew the receiver by fucking 5 to 7 yards? Idiot. Come on, Kirk. And that's why Kirk's never going to be in the elite status. He's never going to be an elite top 5 quarterback. He's never going to be a top 10 quarterback because of throws like that. I mean, you could still have seasons where you have, 30 TDs and 5 interceptions, and that's great on paper. But plays like that, that's what makes you lose football games. That's what makes you lose football games. Throws like that. And who the fuck called that play? Stupid. Yeah, and that overthrow on Diggs, but you can't expect Diggs to throw the perfect throw at a wide receiver. It's not like he played quarterback for 4 years in college, And these are the type of games, when you have rivalry games that are close, every yard matters, every first down matters. To convert points off turnovers fucking matters, right? And I don't like the way that this game is going because I feel like if the Packers are still hanging around, this game should be 24-6 Vikings right now, at least. And instead, you have 3 turnovers for 10 fucking points. Come on, Vikings. You want to be a playoff team and you want to be able to knock someone off like the Packers or the Eagles or the Seahawks. You got to play a lot better and be a lot more efficient on the offensive side of the ball. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Cousins is not better than Wentz. That's comical. A lot of times people say shit like that on Twitter because they're just haters or they're just oblivious, Or they like just to talk. You know what I mean? But that's why people love this channel because, I'll call it how I see it, Amber says this play calling is just like god awful. Did they start drinking fucking alcohol on their way in? They probably did. Where's the Hennessy? It's probably on the sideline. Man. Yeah, and you already know with teams like the Packers, right? Because the Packers kind of remind me of a team kind of like the Lakers, or a team like in the NBA like Houston or the Bucks. You can only hold a team down for so long, but when they have a superstar like Aaron Rodgers or LeBron James, or you got a guy like Giannis, eventually they're going to get going. You're only going to contain them for so long before they blow up, and they're going to get theirs before the game is over. So Anti said this year Wentz has impressed me more than 2017 doing it with nothing around him. It's an evolution of the quarterback position. You know what I mean? You knew going into this year after the first 4 or 5 games, you knew this wasn't necessarily going to be that Super Bowl year. You knew it was going to be a tough year. And you were just praying at some point that you could turn it around and get to 9-7 or 10-6. But for a while, in the beginning of the year, it didn't look good. It didn't look good at all. The Cowboys were winning all their games, and the Eagles were really struggling, but that's why we play the game. And you go through September, October, and if you're playing your best football in November and December, not only does that carry off to the playoffs, but that also carries on to next season, the draft, right, the combine, and the overall feeling of your organization, But it also shows me another thing, that the Eagles, whether they want to admit it or not, Frank Reich was a big part of that roster, and if he was still there, you guys would have a few more dubs on your team, moving forward. That's just me personally. You can see the impact on Frank Reich, and he's doing a great job with the Colts, with what he has to work with all the injuries they've had. We saw the Saints beat the brakes off of them, but I do love Frank Reich, and I think the Eagles miss him, and I think that's something that, if he was still there helping them out with the coaching, definitely they would be in a better position. But, guys get promoted, guys, find opportunities on new teams, and well-deserved after what he did for them to win the Super Bowl. Pick it off! Agreed, Anti. See your boy, I read, man. I follow all the teams, man. Long nights following all the teams, all the websites, going through everything. But you got to know. 3rd down and 9. Minute 56 left. Booger's talking. Tell him to shut the fuck up, Booger. Simultaneously, we can do it together. Shut the fuck up, Booger. Rodgers, shotgun set. Scrambling to his left. Pressure coming. Floater. Incomplete. We got Vikings 10. Packers 6. Love the Vikings defense. Let them know, Amber. Man, Booger. Booger, you're giving me CTE. You're giving me fucking brain damage. You could get a sponsorship from Q-Tips because you're making everyone's ears bleed nationwide, including your boy. I can't have my ears bleeding when I'm trying to do the broadcast on YouTube, my guy. Horrible. All right, let's look at Kirk Cousins. Through week 5, 23 TDs and 3 picks since week 5. Unbelievable. Amazing. But when it comes down to big 3rd downs and throws in the clutch, he's not a top 5 quarterback. He's not a top 10 quarterback. And it's sad when you have stats like that, because stats like that should put you in top 5, top 10 category. Easy, right? But it shows you sometimes stats lie. You say men lie, women lie, stats don't lie. Bullshit, they do. They do lie. Because you can have stats in garbage time. You know what I mean? You could be sitting at 150 passing yards going into the 4th quarter down by 30 and then throw for another 200, finish the day with 330, 3 TDs and maybe 1 pick, and you lose by 20. But that doesn't mean you had a good game. Darby from AEW? Oh, I love him. He's from Washington, from the Northwest too. They got a lot of guys. in AEW. Nice tackle by the Pack. Gang, gang, gang. Ooh, is that Darius Smith? Oh, Booger's talking. My goodness, you're bad. But also, too, it's great when you get guys that are horrible on TV. Then it gives an opportunity for people like me and Marcus to show out, and we vibe with you guys, and we can have a better time watching the game together. The score, Vikings 10, Packers 6. Zadarius Smith, a sack, 2 QB hits, and 3 tackles for loss. Gang, gang, gang. What do I think about the upcoming Saints-Panthers game this Sunday? I think the Saints will beat the brakes off of them, but Run CMC should make some history in the game, being able to get the 1,000 yards, rushing and receiving. And like I said, I need the Saints to win as many games as possible to try to be that number 1, number 2 seed. But in all honesty, even if they don't have home field advantage, almost intercepted. But to me, like I said, the Saints and the Niners and the Ravens, to me, are the 3 best teams to play football on the road. I feel that those teams can play anyone, any time of day, anywhere, and they can find a dub, me personally. But also, I know that with the Panthers, being a divisional game in the NFC South, they're going to fight hard. They're going to play hard, and that's what, the rivalry games give you, But at some point, when you have a team as deep as the Saints, they should be able to, break away at some point, even if they start a little slow, sometime in that second or third quarter where they start running away with it. Oh, of course, if they have home field, it's an advantage. Absolutely. But the thing is, great football teams, it doesn't matter if you're at home or on the road. If you're going to win and you're going to play hard for each other together, it's not going to matter. If it's destiny, it's going to happen. And we'll see how good my ESP is, right? When LSU lifts up the Natty with Burrow, and the Saints lift up the Lombardi with Drew Brees. I got that ESP. Incomplete. And I almost like the Saints on the road better than at home, just because I think sometimes with the Saints fans, they get kind of comfortable, and they know that it's tough. Obviously winning games there, but like 6-8, just put it right here. Saints are 6-1 on the road, 6-2 at home, right? But I feel that there's more focus for them when they're on the road. Obviously, it's easier to have the fans cheering for you at home and to make it happen. But for this season, I don't know if it's really going to matter. I think the Saints can get it done anywhere, and you can't say that for too many teams besides the Niners and maybe Ravens, that they can play anywhere. Oh, I bet you did. Yeah, I got stuck. I did hear about that. How do you drop this right here? Come on, Jimmy. Hold on to the football. Nice punch out. A little Peanut Tillman action right there. Oh, Booger McFarland talking again. Shut the fuck up, Booger! Booger McFarland giving us brain damage. Get the Q-tips, baby! Maybe I need to go get some Q-tips. Oh, Wentz over Kirk all day. All day, every day. And the only thing that people were ever going to say about Wentz is injuries. You know what I mean? But where was the injury, right? Everyone was such a hater going into the season. Everyone, he's going to get injured. It's going to be over for him. You know what I mean? And he's been very constant for them for the season. Catania, it is what it is, though. Alabama can't win it. Since I know you're from that area, you know what I mean? Alabama had their run, right? Should have played some tougher teams on the schedule this season, and then having Tua go down didn't help. Obviously, if Tua was still healthy, they're in the mix, for the Natty, and that's no doubt. And they're still a powerhouse team. But I'll be honest, I'm happy to see new teams, come abroad and being able to show that, other than Clemson and Alabama, there's other teams like Ohio State, right, and LSU, when they can build their rosters, that they can actually do something. Yeah, I feel you, though. I feel you. It's not like, Alabama, Crimson Tide's going to win the Natty every year. Falcons have had up and down seasons, haven't ever recovered really from that Patriots Super Bowl, and obviously losing Kyle Shanahan. I mean, that was the biggest loss in Falcons history to me was Kyle Shanahan. Because if you still had him there, you still would be able to be in the mix, fighting in the division. Maybe not winning the division, but at least being competitive in the division. And it shows you, if you don't have a good play caller, everything just goes to hell. And it kind of has ever since he left. So, yeah, I got LSU, and I said that months ago. Before the season started, I said the Saints are going to go to the Super Bowl and win, right? And I still stick by that. And 2-3 months ago, I said LSU I felt was going to win it all. And they've gotten better and better week in and week out. And I didn't even know if Burrow was going to win the Heisman. I just liked the way that they were playing. But you could tell Burrow was special, and he proved it this season. Well, I'm not sure if it was really Jimmy not being able to hang on to the ball, but the Vikings are really good at punching the football out. They've already shown us twice or 3 times a day that you can punch the football out if you have good placement and good timing. Peanut Tillman for the Bears was a guy I loved watching in Chicago in their heyday when they had Brian Urlacher, because he was the best at it. Yeah. But you got to think, though, with me and how much football I watch. And I'm not biased one bit, Amber, and you know that, right? So even if I'm a Bucks fan or a Ducks fan or a Blazer fan or a Mariner fan, I'm not an idiot, right? I'm not someone that just says things to get ratings, right? I evaluate all the talent. I watch all the games. I read all the articles. I break down the tape, and then I go over my opinion. I don't watch SportsCenter. I can't even tell you the last time I watched SportsCenter, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I don't watch little highlight packages from them. I'll do my own with Marcus or do my own by myself, right? Or watch the games and watch the tape and break down the tape. But like I said, you don't have to blow everyone out by 10, 20, or 30 points. All you got to do, right, is win by 1. All you got to do is win by 1. So anything is possible. In the NFL, it's a tough game, but when you got a Hall of Famer like Drew Brees, the best wide receiver in the game, Michael Thomas, hands down, MT-13, AK-41, Alvin Kamara, the alien, has not played his best football yet, so that should be exciting. Jared Cook is just starting to cook it up. The defense of Demario Davis, Von Bell, the rest of the guys, they've had a few injuries, but as long as you have Demario Davis, a.k.a. the glue, right, things are looking good. And I'm confident with that. And like I said, if I've gotten 14 out of the last 15 Super Bowls right, normally I don't normally as I get closer to the playoffs, I'll get a better gauge too if there's any injuries, and I can kind of predict from there. But Amber says, best sports channel on YouTube, period. And that's one of the funnest things for me, for a YouTube channel, to show my knowledge. And, if I end up predicting shit that happens, it shows you. You know what I mean? If you watch football, you study football, you put in the work, you put in the time, in the grind, Sometimes you can predict shit like Tony Romo does. Shotgun set, Rodgers, screen pass. Good D. Way to knock him out of bounds to avoid the touchdown. Good D by the Vikings. And look at this right here. 10-6. Vikings have had a plethora of turnovers, have not been able to cash in. And if the Packers score, they could have the lead at halftime. That's the problem with Kirk Cousins. And that's the reason why the Vikings are not going to be able to win a Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins, unfortunately. As great as the offense is at times, as great as the defense is at times, you got to have somebody that's just better than Kirk Cousins, and that's big facts. First and goal, shotgun set. 10-6 Vikings. 7 seconds left in the second quarter. Timeout. We got Packers, we got Vikings live, play-by-play and reactions by the best on fucking YouTube. And you know when I say the best on fucking YouTube in the chat, do you ever see anyone that says that we're not? That's when you know we're confident that we are the best, but we are. There's other channels out there that will have better editing. They'll have the scoreboards. They'll have other things out there. But if you want content, right, and you want to be able to be entertained and actually have a channel that you can feel, that you can relate to, that you can drink with, you know what I mean? It's us, We put in the most work, the most grind, the most time. Just the best, no contest. Packers, Vikings live, play-by-play and reactions by the best on fucking YouTube. Your boy Orion, your boy Marcus, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash the fucking like button either now or on your way out or maybe at halftime. Donate to your boy. And if you're looking for merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Shotgun set, Packers trying to get this touchdown to take the lead before halftime. First and goal, floater. Oh! What happened to my hands? Aaron Rodgers is like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Dylan says, 100% the best sports channel on YouTube, period. $4.99. And the special thing about you guys is that we normally only have 15 to 30 people in the chat at a time. Sometimes people will come in and come out. But with the donations that we get, I don't know any other YouTube channel that's on YouTube that will do a live stream that'll have 15 to 30 people in it, right? That'll get anywhere between $20 and $400 in a live stream. I'm not a video game channel. It's not like I'm Ninja and there's video games in the background where you can be entertained like that. It's just simply us on the mic, being who we are, And it's special, and I really appreciate you guys a lot, you know what I mean? There's not many channels that can get donations like that for the amount of people, and that's exciting too, because as you guys promote us and we grow and get bigger and bigger, once we get 100 people in the chat, 500 people in the chat, 1,000 people in the chat, who knows how big the donations can get at that point? I mean, shit, they could end up getting to be $1,000 for just one football game, you know what I mean? So it shows you, if you believe in yourself and you have a dream, and you have something special, you go after it. You know what I mean? Like no one would ever know how old me and Marcus really are. You know what I mean? But it shows you age don't matter. If you're 30, if you're 40, you know what I mean? If you got the skills and you got the passion and the determination, to make it happen, you just got to put out the effort and, you'll get results. And that's why I love every single one of you guys. You guys are the fucking best. And there's, times I never get to a point where I want to quit ever. You know what I mean? Just because I love the sports too much, but also being able to show my personality and talk to you guys, I love that. You know what I mean? And I'll talk real shit with you guys too, because I feel I'm 100% real. You know what I mean? You guys want to talk about anything that's going on in your life in the chat, you can. If you got depression issues, alcohol issues, drug issues, depression, whatever it is, I've gone down that road, with depression, all kinds of different things up and down, you know what I mean? But, one thing that brings people together is sports, and you guys can always bring it here. So, love you guys, appreciate you guys very, very much. KGR Kid, $5. David Goldstein, $2. Tony Grady, $25. Damon P. Aquadillo, $2. Seventh Ward, $5.04. David Goldstein, $2. Corvette, $2. Goldstein, $5. ALM Mac, $5. ALM Mac, $5. Dylan, $5. You guys are the best. Appreciate you guys. Packers, Vikings, live, play-by-play, and reactions by the best on fucking YouTube. Your boy, Orion, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. If you guys are looking for something to watch, I'm going to get something to drink. We end up having the Saints and the Titans reaction video. So if you're looking for something to watch real quick before you hop back into the chat, we got that up about an hour ago. Looks like the views on it are going pretty good. 448 in an hour. I'll take that. 65 thumbs up, 0 thumbs down, because you know we give you the lit reaction. Marcus was in the building even though he was sick and not feeling too well. So hop in there and watch that if you need to. Appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I'm going to grab something real quick just to eat and something to drink. And I'll be right back at it. So give me about 1 or 2 minutes, and then we'll be back for the second half. 1 sec.
With over 40 fully integrated applications, you won't be able to contain your excitement either. From just $1 a day per employee, run your entire business with Zoho One, the operating system for business. Like heaven from a mattress.
I will never love another human more than I love my dog. Life is too precious not to be sleeping on the comfiest mattress ever.
This is the best night's sleep we've had in years.
With over 50,000 five-star reviews, it's no wonder Casper is America's #1 rated mattress.
Welcome back to the Genesis halftime.
Back in Minneapolis, Stephon Diggs now has a touchdown catch in each of his last 7 games against the Packers. John Randy Moss for the longest streak in history against Green Bay. Before he put the stamp on week 16, Boomer and TJ with the fastest 3 minutes.
All right, Susie, thank you. Chris Berman, Tom Jackson. Happy holidays to everybody out there to you. Oh, wait a minute, Tom. I'm getting this. You know what? Santa Claus is coming.
Really close.
Did you know that?
And to clean the chimney, is it ready?
All right, I'm back, baby.
Absolutely. Plenty of space for him to do that.
Yes, well, it's going to be a busy night for some of us. As is the family.
NFL prime time.
Incorporate all the games on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. For first place,
Oh, Carson Wentz.
to the guy named
Woohoo! Touchdown! Eagles. Oh, look at Dak with the floater. Ooh, good D. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles 17, Cowboys 9. He said, sit the fuck down, Cowboys. You can't beat anybody. Well, Santa's out in the building. Ravens. Lamar. The Magician. New Wave. Touchdown. Ravens. 31-15 over the Browns. Oh, man, this game was tough. I watched this game. God, they were so close on beating New England. 24-17, Pats. The Bills are coming, though. They are very, very close. Oh, Jameis Winston. He's not my boy. Intercepted for a pick 6. What's new? You fucking suck. Jameis Winston, you're horrible. 4 interceptions. You are garbage. Texans with a big dub, 23-20. Oh, look at this. It's the New Orleans Saints. Touchdown, Michael Thomas. Break the record. 38-28. We did a reaction video on YouTube. Go and fucking watch it. Oh, Cardinals versus the Seahawks. Wow, look at that. Seahawks, where is your defense? That's disgusting. He might go all the way. 27-13. Seahawks, you are in trouble. Niners. Bang, bang, Niner gang. As E40 would say, go along, going deep. Emmanuel Sanders, what a great pickup for them to get him in field goal range. 34-31 on Saturday night. Great dub. Oh, Duck Hodges. Woo! Not good. If you're a Steeler fan, you really needed that dub over the Jets. Jets 16, Steelers 10. That was disappointing. I was really rooting for the Steelers in that game. Oh, the Raiders. 24-17. Way to bounce back after that bad week the Raiders had the previous week. Ooh, the Colts. He could go all the way. Man, Panthers, 38-6. Not good. Falcons, Matt Ryan with the flip and the dip and the skip. 24-12. Falcons over the Jags. All right, Drew Lock. Handoff up the middle. Phillip Lindsay, one of my favorite running backs in the league. I love those Orange Crush unis. Watch Lindsay run. 27-17 over the Lions. Ooh, Redskins and Giants. Woohoo! Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes, 41-35. Marcus don't care. He just wants a good draft pick. Uh-oh, the battle of the bads. The Dolphins versus the Bengals. Who's going to get the top pick in the draft? Bengals are like, we want Joe Burrow. Dolphins, 38. Bengals, 35. Let's go, baby. Boomer's Vault. Man, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Let me go through the comments here. Make sure I can get everything up to date. We'll be coming back from halftime here in a second. Any questions you guys want to ask for fantasy or anything that's going on in your life right now, comment in the chat. I'll definitely respond. I don't ignore anybody. Looks like people are enjoying the Saints video. And we'll try to do as many as we can. Obviously, I try to do as many as I can with Marcus, but if it gets to a point where, time is passing where we're going to like the next game, I mean, some of them I'm just going to put out, solo just to get the material out for you guys. So there's a lot of times where it's like I want to be able to put the videos out, but I would rather put them out together. But if he can't, then, I'll end up doing them, solo. So who do I think is going to win this game? Gosh, the way that it's going, I mean, the Vikings should already have this one in the bag. Personally, it's 10-9 Vikings. I trust Aaron Rodgers a lot more than Kirk Cousins, and there's no Dalvin Cook. I should be able to be confident and say that the Vikings are going to win this game, but to be honest, it wouldn't surprise me if the Packers find a way to kind of get the dub in the second half. I mean, it's just, I know Kirk Cousins will play better in the second half, but I mean, he relies too much on the talent around him, I feel. You know what I mean? You're relying on Dalvin Cook to get you 150 yards and a couple touchdowns. You're relying on, Diggs and Thielen and all the other weapons around you to have big plays. So I need Kirk to play a lot better. I mean, this one should already be a wrap. The Vikings already should have this one in the bag. But as long as the Packers are hanging around, they have an excellent chance to steal this game on the road. And their defense isn't as good, but we're seeing like Zadarius Smith, finding a way to get through and making an impact. I think the team defense is much better for the Vikings, but individual defense for players like Zadarius Smith, we're seeing what's happening with them moving forward. So, yeah, man, and the thing is, it shows you when you have good coaching, you have better discipline. Still, I don't have a running game that's consistent, right? But they got a little bit more discipline out of the defense, and Godwin and Evans broke out this year. And it shows you that even though Jameis is like, top 2, top 3 in yards, his turnovers are just, that's what, makes us lose games. I mean, if I had a better QB than Jameis Winston, I mean, imagine what the record could be. The record could easily be a 10-6 team without Jameis, with all these fucking turnovers. But, it's a team sport, though. He said, shut the fuck up, Booga. I'll be right back. All right, baby. Oh, yeah, against the Rams. That was before anyone knew how good they were going to be.
Struggled tonight. The Vikings offense has been held without a first down on 5 of their 7 possessions. Big reason why is Zadarius Smith for the Packers as we look at the Cage Jewelers' extraordinary moments.
Yeah, Zadarius has been dominating.
We got Packers, we got Vikings, live play-by-play and reactions by the best on fucking YouTube, your boy Orion, and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you subscribe to our channel. Smash the like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Please do. The donations have been litty. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. All right, Zadarius Smith, 23 of 25 snaps, a sack, 2 QB hits, all the tackles for loss. He's everywhere. We got Saints-Titans reaction video that I pumped out before this live stream. Marcus is very ill, not feeling well. One guy says, I had changed my batting stance for the 5,000th time today. Hey, you got to get it right, man. Practice makes perfect, baby. All right, here we go. Come and join your boy, the best on YouTube. Get done smoking your bowl, drinking your 40s. And it's time for the second half to begin. Oh, man, that's my dream, man, to be able to vibe with you guys, with the fans. I already got plenty of places to stay across the country from fans that if I need to stay at a house or apartment or condo, wherever it may be, I can pay for my flight. But that's love, where, people will be willing to let me stay at their house or wherever they're staying at. I mean, I'd love to be able to vibe with the fans as we get bigger and bigger, watch games together, at the house together, at the bar, at the stadium. That's one of my goals that I have, to be able to travel, across the country and meet up with you guys. And that's big facts. He said, uglier the stance, the better. All right, Savage. Play action fake. Kirk going left. All right, CJ. CJ Ham with the reception. No Dalvin Cook, and it shows, right? You're only up 10-9. You've had multiple turnovers that you weren't able to take advantage of. Packers should be down in this game at least 17 points. At least. But the inefficiencies of the Vikings offense and their play caller and Kirk Cousins, it really shows. Yes, you can be 10-4 and you can be a playoff team, but can you beat anyone in the playoffs? That has yet to be seen, and especially with no running game and Dalvin Cook, I'm kind of leaning more towards the no. Because at least with the Seahawks, the defense is up and down, but I trust Russell Wilson a lot more than I do Kirk Cousins. And it's sad because, the Vikings have a good football team. They have good weapons. They have good pieces. But Mike Boone is no Dalvin Cook, and that's big facts. All right, Juan, do the Josh Bell. Kirk, bad throw. Third down, that's got to get you so frustrated as a fan and just as a Kirk Cousins supporter, is like to continue drives and to continue moving the sticks and moving the chains. The worst thing that you can do to lose confidence in your team is bad fucking throws on third down and bad play calls. Seems like every fucking game I see Kirk with these horrible throws on third down. I can take him on first down. I can take him on second down. But 3rd and 1, 3rd and 3, and then you're going for a throw like that or a bomb to like Diggs or Thielen on 3rd and 3? Fuck. That's how you lose football games. Fumble! Packers are lucky right here. He lucky that ball bounced right in front of him. Yeah, and I'm still pulling to see if the Vikings can get it done, but it shows you, as great as Kirk's numbers have been since, week 5, 25 touchdowns or so, or, 3 or 4 picks, it doesn't mean anything. It really doesn't. Yeah, you got the record, but 0-8 on Monday Night Football, like Randall said, and just those bad play calls. I mean, if anything, you want to be your best on third down, on moving the chains. Give your defense a rest at the very least, even if you don't get into field goal positioning, right? Let your defense rest a little bit. Play calling is just horrendous. But the efficiency and the being able to have that chemistry on third down, no, they don't got it. They don't got it. Man, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Vikings 10, Packers 9. Live play-by-play and reactions by the best on fucking YouTube, your boy Ryan, and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. I was thinking that Marcus would hopefully be in the chat, but he's probably on day quill, night quill, all the quills. You know what I mean? So he's probably sitting in his bed watching the game, just not feeling too hot. So I'm hoping that he gets better for him and his kids, obviously, for this holiday season, because there's nothing worse than being sick on Christmas and New Year's. So I'm hoping that he'll get better. But we did pump out the Saints and Titans reaction video earlier today. So if you're looking for something else to watch, make sure you hop in there and watch that video. Smash the like button on that as well. I'll try to pump out as many other reaction videos as I can. Robotussum, he needs it. Oh, Booger. Shut the fuck up, Booga. All right, here we go. The very first. Today's show sponsored by Q-Tips. You need them. I got them. Booger McFarlane is the fucking worst. Brain damage. Ears bleeding profusely. I got to do it. I mean, this might be a regular thing for Monday Night Football. Your boy's got to do it. If Q-Tip's going to pay me, I mean, I might as well. But it's getting bad. Booger, you are the worst, baby. You're horrible. Shut the fuck up, Booger. 1st and 10. Nice little run. Gain of a couple. I'll take him out for now. We'll see if anything else comes up, and I might have to put him back in. Booger, shut your ass up. Vikings 10, Packers 9. Oh, yeah. Well, at some point, man, Gotti, I mean, I'm going to try to visit as many people as I can. Rodgers going long, going deep. Ooh. Little face guarding there, but they're not going to call that. But Rodgers has got the arm. He just needs his weapons to get open. And as long as you keep hanging around, and the thing is, you got Devontae Adams out there. You got Allen, the Lizard Lazard. I mean, you got to be able to get yourself in a better position than that. And I know sometimes they don't have a lot of time back there for Aaron Rodgers to go through his progressions. First read, second read, third read. Let them know, Troll Patrol. Well, Witten was bad too, man. I don't know who was worse, Witten or Booger McFarlane, but they were both equally bad. 1st down, Packers. See, Aaron Rodgers, I mean, that shows you the elite status, the Hall of Fame status of Aaron Rodgers compared to Kirk Cousins. He doesn't even need to have a lot of talent out there. He makes the players around him better because he's Aaron motherfucking Rodgers. And when you're that elite, your defense doesn't even need to be that great. I mean, look at that. Their defense isn't really that great, and they're 11-3. Think about that for a second. 11-3. And their D's not really that good. Besides a couple players like Zadarius Smith. Handoff up the middle. Aaron Jones. Who? Aaron Jones. 1st down, Packers. Someone call 911 because Uncle Mo. Hello, Uncle Mo? Mo's Tavern, Uncle Mo? I've been watching The Simpsons. They've been having the kind of like the Simpsons marathon going on FXX. I think I watched like 15 in a row. One of my favorite shows to watch. Always puts me in a good mood. But Uncle Mo's Tavern, you can feel it. Uncle Momentum, he's coming for the Packers right now. I'm worried about the Vikings. There we go, good D. Nice tackle by Xavier Rhodes. Rhodes closed. Yeah, Jim Nance and Romo are good. What about your boy Orion and Marcus? We pretty good too. But that's sad when you only have like maybe one duo on TV out of like the 20 that they have on all the different games that's actually considered good. One duo out of like 20? Not good. Uh-oh. You know what time it is? It's time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Yeah, but the thing is also Peyton Manning, you know, once he decides to go into TV, if he goes that route, he'd be just as good as well. Because it's a combination of things. You know, you got to have a good voice. You got to have a good passion, energy. You got to know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to be good on the mic, regardless of what you do. If you're a singer, you're a rapper, you know, if you're a newscaster, whatever you are, you're a YouTuber, you know, not anybody can do it. And that's big facts. Rodgers on 3rd and 18. Ooh! He got blown up. Yeah, the defense is starting to get tired, and that'll happen when you keep going 3 and out with shitty play calling. You feel me? Ooh, big hit. He said, sit the fuck down. We got Packers, we got Vikings live, play-by-play and reactions by the best on fucking YouTube. Your boy Orion, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. Gang, gang, gang. We got 10-9 Vikings. 3rd quarter, 9:45 left, and a nice epic battle in the NFC North. Kyle Rudolph, 5 reception touchdowns in the last 7 games. Well, where the fuck is he? Huh? Get him involved. That's a little foreshadowing when you show a player and you show a stat like that. So let's see if he gets into the end zone later today. Yeah, and I honestly feel, you know, not just to say it, but I feel that, you know, if I ever got a chance to you know, call a game on a different type of level than just YouTube, I know we could get a lot more ratings and make it a lot more exciting. I just have that passion and that energy.
Apple Card is a new kind of credit card created by Apple. So it's simple and transparent.
And it takes a lot of hard work, you know what I mean? A lot of people, they don't see behind the scenes on how much tape that we watch, you know, how much articles that I read, and, you know, all the hard work that really goes in to be able to make a successful YouTube channel. But a lot of it comes from y'all too, because you guys are some of the most passionate, caring, knowledgeable fan base on YouTube. And we need to come together, you know, the Fanatic family, you know, where we can enjoy sports and, you know, give our takes on it and talk. Because it seems like, you know, if you go to other, you know, YouTube channels, like sometimes Good Morning Football will be on and someone will stream it from like Europe, and you'll see the people in the chat talking on Good Morning Football. God damn, some of them are so stupid or just so biased. It's like I can't even be in the chat when I'm watching Good Morning Football in the morning on the computer, because you get these people that are just so oblivious to anything but their team. They have blinders and it's just their team. And I get it. You can be passionate. But there's also a difference between being kind of just blinded by the fact, you know. You can love your team, but you got to be realistic too. Yeah, biased commentators are everywhere, and then you see that. Yeah, and they definitely take the fun and passion out of the game. And then you get guys like Skip Bayless, or you get guys that are promoted on their network to argue. because America loves ignorance, right? And America loves arguing. You know what I mean? They love to people have, Shannon be the realistic one and then Skip being the crazy one. And, and they can say that makes good TV, but for me, that's fake TV. Like The Bachelor and The Bachelorette and all these shows that they have. That shit's all fake. And then people could say, oh, wrestling's fake, right? But the thing, there's a difference. There's entertainment value there. You know what I mean? But like I said, if everyone else fucking up is only going to make us look better. So I wouldn't want it any other way. Oh, yeah, Gus Johnson is my favorite. Me and Marcus's favorite sportscaster of all time, Gus Johnson. He's my number one. And people don't realize, if you watch people call a game, they usually don't call it with so much energy and passion. They're very calm, and they usually have 2 or 3 people, and they can bounce back and forth. But people don't want that. People want to feel that energy and that passion, and you get tired. A lot of people can't give that passion and that energy, for 3 hours straight, let alone by themselves. Color, play-by-play, and vibing in the chat, Love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Your donations are litty. Oh, Booger's talking again. Hold on. Uh-oh. Booger's talking. Shut the fuck up, Booger! Kirk Cousins drops back. You know what time it is? Time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. It's Darius Smith with the sack. Oh, Booger's talking. Shut the fuck up, Booger. I just love how active he is. Shut the fuck up. It's like the most obvious thing that you could possibly say. Nice pass. There we go. First down, Vikings. That's the best one I've seen all day. Great play. Let's go. Woo! Uncle Mo. And I couldn't even remember when the last first down was. Say earlier in the second quarter, Diggs with the touchdown was the last first down. Come on! You know what I'm saying? You're a fucking playoff team. This is unexcusable. And you're at fucking home. You are in home, in school country. School! But what it does show you is that when you don't have your best player on your team out there, Dalvin Cook, right? You don't have him out there, it shows you what kind of game you're going to get. If you don't have your best player out there to change the momentum, to move the chains, to keep the defense honest so they don't plug 8 or 9 in the box every single fucking play, right? This is what happens. This is the results you get. You get a 10-9 game with a team that's hanging around that you need to be able to step on the throat and win. Intercepted! Oh! Woo! And that's what happens when you got Kirk Cousins at quarterback. Booty-O's! First down, Packers. And it's not like the Packers are deep in this position. Kevin King with the interception. That's the story of the Vikings, you know. Man. Just when you think that Uncle Mo was calling from Mo's Tavern in The Simpsons. Hello, Uncle Mo? Someone call 911. Nope. Frustrating to be a Vikings fan, I imagine. You know what I mean? Uncle Mo hung up. He did. He said, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Man. Because to be like that close, to be a playoff team, and just like the weak spot is your quarterback. And then he's got a great stat line, 25 touchdowns, 26 touchdowns, and 3 or 4 picks from like week 5. Anyone would love to have that stat line. But sometimes stats lie. They really do. But, I still like the team. They think they have a lot of balance, but it shows you how important Dalvin Cook is to the team. If Dalvin Cook is out there and he's rolling, Vikings are winning. When Dalvin Cook is not out there, it's a lot harder of a matchup to win. They have Madison and a few of these other guys. Abdullah, they can, rotate at the running back position, but they are no Dalvin Cook. It's like last year with the Viking season on how it went. And then now this season with Dalvin Cook. Big difference. Almost night and day. Tight end Jake Butt. He's kept getting injured for the Broncos. And they decided to go to Noah Fant. And I think they found one with him. Yeah, I don't know, Paul. We'll have to see if they review it or anything right there. I'm not sure. I don't think I saw any yellow come out. Should have been a better play call, though. I mean, like I said, I just feel like the play calling and Kirk, they're not really on the same page. And look at it. He only has 6 picks this season. But just on 3rd down and on some of these plays are just, God, it's so frustrating. Yeah. I don't like that play call at all. AQYR, what to do? We got Packers, we got Vikings live, play-by-play and reactions, but the best on fucking YouTube. Your boy Orion, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. If we can get a donation to your boy, please do. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button either now or on your way out. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. And the donations have been litty today. Let's go back and take a quick look. KGR Kid to start the day off, $5. David Goldstein, $1.99. Tony Grady Raiders, $25 fucking dollars. What a stud. Happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays to you, Tony Grady. You the man. Damon P. Aquadio, Merry Christmas. Fly, Eagles, Fly. 7th Ward, 504. David Goldstein, Corvette. David Goldstein, ALM Mac, Dylan. Everyone in the building. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Woo! Woo! What a pop! Damn! Did you see that pop? Woo! Wow. Hello. Pow! Sit the fuck down. That's when you know you get a good hit right there. Hi, what's your name? Boom! I love that. Let's go. Peyton, what to do? I love big hits like that. Nice little flip. Allen the Lazard. Gain of about 4 or 5. Hope everyone's having a fantastic Monday night. We got Saints Titans reaction video put out earlier today. So if you guys are looking for some other content to watch after the live stream, go and check that video out. Definitely was a very entertaining battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans. I'll try to pump out another reaction video either later tonight after the live stream or tomorrow, depending on how much time I have, and we'll be putting out as many as we can during the holiday season. So you know what time it is? It's time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. We're the best in the business. Nobody does it better. Reaction videos, the best. Live stream, the best. Sports content, the best. The fan base, the best. The fanatic family, bar none, the best in the business. They know what they're talking about, and they love to donate and support your boys. We got 10-9 Vikings. 3rd quarter, 4:30 and counting. 3rd and 2. But I can count on an Aaron Rodgers screen pass. He doesn't necessarily have to be dumb and go for a 40-yard bomb unless they catch him off sides. Let's see what happens. Nice flip. First down, Packers. Move the chains.
That's a 6-yard reception by Devontae Adams.
AQYR, I'm very concerned about the Seahawks' chances making the NFC Championship game, period. You want to play your best football in December and to drop a game under any circumstance besides Russell Wilson not playing in that game at all, right? That's unexcusable, and that's horrible timing coming into December. Just saying. They could still make it to the NFC Championship game, of course, but I like the Seahawks and Niners better, in my opinion, at this point of the season. Saints 1, Niners 2, and then maybe Seahawks, Packers, and then obviously you go, your Vikings or your Eagles. But, I mean, in reality, you're only going to have really 3 teams that are the top ones. Saints, Niners, Seahawks. In my book, I like Seahawks. Even though they lost to the Cardinals, I like them a little bit better than the Packers. Just slightly, though. Just only a little bit, and that could change as we go into these last few weeks. But it's a very minimal gap between the Seahawks and the Packers to me. Great offenses, questionable defenses. And then AFC, like I already mentioned, Ravens 1, Chiefs 2, Patriots 3. And that's it. To me, those are like the 6. Unless you want to throw the Packers in there, Marcus's team to go to the Super Bowl this year. But, I love me some Aaron Rodgers. I just don't know if they have the full complement. But he's definitely a top 5 quarterback in the game, Aaron Rodgers, and he pretty much has been for quite some time. Handoff. Aaron Jones, touchdown, Packers. Uh-oh, Uncle Mo, someone call 911. Oh, Marcus Hill is in the building. He said, I'm sick as fuck. When Aaron Jones gets going, right, Aaron Rodgers gets going, and then this is a problem for the Vikings because Uncle Mo is out. Man. And just like that, Uncle Mo, pick up the phone, baby. Pick up the phone, baby. Hello? Uncle Mo, are you there? Okay. He said, just wait on it. All right, let's see if we get this 2-point conversion. Let's see if we see a little flick of the wrist. We got 2 wide. Rodgers looking right. 2-point conversion is good. Geronimo Allison. Geronimo. Okay. Ooh, Blazers are on right now too. Let's go. Oh, he's playing shitty, bro. They're at home. They had all these turnovers in the first half, Marcus, right? So many chances off turnovers where the game could have been like 24-6 or 24-9 at halftime, and it was like 10-9. Hella overthrowing, hella underthrowing, horrible play calling on third down. It'd be like 3rd and 3, and they throw like a post route or like a go route, Or 3rd and 1, and then instead of going for an easy route, they go for like the hardest routes possible and deep routes. I don't understand why. It's tough. Paul, though, but you know what? If you're a fan, you stick with them. It could be worse, bro. You could be a Bucks fan like me, Bro, I don't have a whole lot to cheer about. I'm a Mariners fan. What's there to cheer about that? I mean, I met Griffey when I was 7 when he was a rookie. You know, I'm a big Randy Johnson guy, but a lot of the stuff that I love is from the past. You know, Seattle is not good. They're never going to be good. I have nothing to cheer about on that end, but I still go to the games and represent 100, right? Buccaneers, some trash. They're getting better this season, but, you know, I think being a Vikings fan, you'd have a lot more to look forward to than my Buccaneers, besides my Super Bowl that I got. That's the one thing I got that you don't got at this point, but that's not to say that the Vikings can't get one at some point. Maybe not with Kirk, though, you know. And then I'm a Ducks fan, as you can see. Some, you know, fun times, some misery. And I'm a Blazer fan. Rip City, right? Went to the finals last year, got beat. NBA, Western Conference Finals. But no one expected us to get that far, right? So, I mean, it is what it is, man. There's going to be a lot of misery and there's going to be a lot of sadness, but once they get to that point, if they can get there and accomplish the goal and get the Super Bowl finally for Minnesota, for all those Fran Tarkenton years, the Randall Cunningham years, you know, all the years up to just a couple years ago, Case Keenum. I mean, they're getting there. They're getting close, man. And the thing is, it's better to be a fan of a team that ends up going through the struggles and then winning eventually than being a bandwagon fan. Because think about how much joy and happiness you're going to have when you win. Ask Eagles fans that are in the room what it felt like to win that Super Bowl. You know what I mean? And I predicted that shit too. Like, you know what I mean? Just to imagine just all those years of agony and pain and suffering, but then you win. I mean, you can have a cry and feel good about it. You know what I mean? All that built up to that, you know? Showing that emotion in sports, you know, it's real. I mean, you dedicate all that money, right? Go the tickets, the merch, the gear, the jerseys, the hats, the T-shirts, the representing of all the knickknacks that you have, toothbrushes of your team, and, you know, stickers and, you know, backpacks and all that. I mean, there's a reason why we do that, why we're so hardcore with our merch, right? Because you love the team. ALMAC, $5. Merry Christmas from the Chiefs Kingdom. Appreciate you. ALMAC with a $5 donation in the second half. Who will be next to donate after ALMAC? Will it be you? Or you or you? Rudolph finally with the football. He's got a good amount of receiving touchdowns. I think 5 in the last 7 games. Get him the fucking football. And Kirk loves playing from behind. It just seems like that's how it always goes. But a lot of times the score gets out of hand and the score is like 24-10. And then he goes off in the fourth quarter for 2 or 3 touchdowns. But you're still losing the game by 7 or 10 points at that point. But, I mean, he'll go off in the fourth quarter because he has to. But I just wish he played with that kind of urgency the whole game and made better decisions. But it shows you they have a weakness, and it's at the running back position. And if Dalvin Cook is not playing, this team is not a team that you can count on, unfortunately, in the playoff push. But if he's healthy enough to be out there, which I think he will be, they are dangerous and one of the most dangerous teams that no one wants to fuck with. The Buffalo Bills are one not to fuck with, right? The Minnesota Vikings are another one not to fuck with. I feel that both of those teams really can do some damage if they have a full, healthy complement of a roster. You feel me? Best day of people's lives, I know. And I'll tell you what, the Eagles championship, what it meant for that town, a football town, you know, they got baseball and the Phillies and, you know, you got the Sixers and, you know, the Flyers. You got other teams that are out there. But for the Eagles to win, the only Super Bowl parade that I've ever watched on NFL Network all the way through, from the beginning coverage all the way to the end, was the Philadelphia Eagles from a couple years ago, besides my Tampa Bay Buccaneers when we won the Super Bowl, watching everything and soaking it in. I soaked that shit in as a fan, and it was amazing. And I think a lot of people, you know, I almost soaked it in as if I was an Eagle fan and I was in their shoes and what that emotion was like, you know what I mean? And it was cool because it meant a lot to the people's grandmas and grandpas that passed away that were big Eagles fans that never got to see it happen. And then they would go to like the grave sites and put on like the newspaper clippings and the flowers. I mean, that shit means a lot. I mean, the fandom runs deep. You know, there's people that get buried with their Eagles gear on, just like there's people that get buried with, you know, their team gear on. I mean, think about that. You know, if you're gonna pass away and you're wearing your merch, in there. I mean, that shows you how big of a fandom. It was more than just a sports team. It was your life. You know what I mean? And that's what sports is to a lot of us. It's your life. So,
Only one thing's more exciting than betting races.
and there's different levels of fandom. The hardcore fans, fair weather fans. I mean, sometimes you can be a hardcore fan and you'll go up and down the ladder, just based on how the team does over the years and, your life and what's going on.
I have something for you too.
Absolutely, man. Northwest Sports Fanatics community, you can be a fan of any team, and that's why I feel that our fan base is so strong. I mean, obviously Marcus being a Redskin fan, me being a Buccaneer fan. I mean, what do we really have to gain from that? I mean, it's not like we're pretending to be fans of those teams. You know what I mean? I think we get a lot more respect too because we see the league differently than maybe someone that is a bandwagon fan of like the Patriots and they've just been following them since Brady. You don't really understand football as much if your team is consistently winning and you're just riding the wave of that good team. When you're a team that used to be good, Redskins, Buccaneers, and we've hit the highest of the highs to win Super Bowls. Marcus has got 3. You got one with obviously Riggins, right? You got one with Doug Williams. You got one with Mark Rippon, right? I got mine with obviously John Gruden, Brad Johnson, Allstott, Sapp, Derek Brooks, John Lynch, right? So we've gone from our highs and our lows. So when you end up knowing what it takes to be great in this league, GM, ownership, OC, DC, offensive line coaches, everyone in the personnel group, right? I mean, you have to have it trickle down all the way to the bottom. And when you're a fan like that, you see football in a different way. And I think that's why, we don't have that bias. Because we know what it's like to be good, but we also know when you're bad, you can tell you're going to be bad even when other people maybe don't see it just yet. And it really does help us see the league differently. Thoughts on the Patriots cheating scandal? Does it surprise you? I mean, shit, you had to get tape on the Bengals? I mean, they can have the rings and they can have the championships. There's always going to be the black eye, though. The Barry Bonds, the Mark McGuire, the Rafael Palmeiro. I mean, these are guys I rooted for, but when you find out that they cheated, it puts my Ken Griffey Jr. love and fandom as my hero, puts him in a whole nother stratosphere because he played the game, he got hurt, he got fat, he quit. He never cheated. And look at his numbers. I mean, if he would have had 15 healthy seasons out of 20 instead of 10 healthy seasons out of 20, Griffey would have been number 1 in everything, period. But it's all about the legacy. And how you play the game. Barry Sanders, 10 years, 10 Pro Bowls, NFL MVP, doing things you're never going to see again, leaving on top. Barry's a guy that could have went probably 15 for 15. Unbelievable talent with no help on the offensive line besides Lomas Brown. Well, you had Mitchell at quarterback, Herman Moore, Perriman. But, I mean, you didn't really have a whole lot out there. So everyone's greatness is determined by different factors. But for me, if you do it the right way and you're clean, and you don't cheat and you work hard, I mean, people can see it. It's like, I feel with Tom Brady, with Drew Brees' record, if he has a good amount of touchdowns ahead of him, I feel like Brady would just stay around until he's like 50 just to break the record out of like pettiness, just to be like the best, even if it was only to come back for a year for a couple games just to get the record. So that's why I'm kind of hoping Breeze can get the record and hang on to it. But the thing that Brady has going for him, as long as he doesn't have a significant injury, he's petty. So he's going to try to have every single record in the record book, him and Belichick. So unless, Breeze can get that record well out of reach, but I mean, he's already in his 40s as well. So I don't know. He'll probably end up walking away before Brady. That's my take on things, kind of how I see things. Getting inside the mind of your boy. Yeah, but I mean, I know Marcus probably has Tom Brady number 1 all time, but I can't. For me, I'm more of like a Joe Montana, Peyton Manning guy. I can recognize the greatness and how many rings he has won in the team, but they just didn't do it clean for me. So for me, it's more like Joe Montana, was like 1, and then 2, Peyton Manning, 3, Brady, 4, Breeze. I mean, that's kind of where I have my 4. I mean, Brady's statistics, obviously, you can put him at number one all day, but maybe just guys that I like. I've always liked Breeze. I've always liked Manning, Peyton, and I'm a big Joe Montana guy. 4 Super Bowls, 4 rings, no losses. I know there's guys that have other stats that are better, but, I mean, to me, that's like Michael Jordan status, you know what I mean? Six chances, 6 rings, you never lost. It is what it is. Everyone will have their opinions, but I always will have Breeze, Peyton Manning, Joe Montana higher than Brady, always. Ooh, big pop! And you'll have a chance for guys like Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers to join that company to be in that Mount Rushmore, depending on how many more championships they can accumulate with their teams. And I just love the way that Peyton Manning changed the game. I mean, Joe Montana, 4 Super Bowls, no losses. And he got 2 of them before Jerry Rice came, so you can't make that argument. He was amazing. From Notre Dame to San Francisco and to everything that he did with the Chiefs. Peyton Manning, 2 Super Bowls, 2 different teams. Colts, Broncos. I mean, you may never see that again. Change the game. First down, Packers. Allen the Lazard. Talking shit. Taking names. Let him know, Calvin Griffin. Calvin Griffin watches the tape. He'll let you know. That's the best thing about the Fanatic fandom, the Fanatic family. We watch the game. A lot of guys, when they watch certain channels, when you're talking about reading coverages and, going through progressions and you have that certain terminology and that verbiage in football, you can tell who knows what they're talking about and who don't. Nice tackle. Sit the fuck down. But obviously playing Madden can help, and a lot of us, like me and Marcus, we grew up on Madden, so you definitely can learn about coverages and play calling and strategy. You want to be playing chess when they're playing checkers. You always want to be one move ahead, almost like in wrestling. You know what I mean? You want to be one move ahead. Football, baseball, basketball. Anticipate what is going to happen. And some of these guys in the NFL are top notch, and you can tell who they are. Hand off to Aaron Jones. Good closing speed by the Vikings. Gang, gang, gang. Calvin Griffin says, I like Janoris Jenkins better than Eli Apple, and that's agreed. Eli Apple is a liability. He has times where he can make plays, and he played decent when he was at New York at times on the Giants, but sometimes you got to get past the name. A lot of times it's where they went to college, the name of them. But if you can get past that, the name, and just look at the actual who's better on the field, that's who you got to take. Even if it's a rookie, even if it's a vet from another team, you got to have a consistent football play. And Amber said it right there. Eli is just way too inconsistent. And it's one thing if you get torched, game in and game out, but you want to see improvement. Are you getting torched by 5 yards, 10 yards, and then it goes to being maybe like a couple plays? Like, are you getting better at your coverage? Are you just getting smoked by everyone? And if you're getting smoked by everyone, then eventually you got to look at other options if you have it on the depth chart. Unless there is no other options, then you got to roll with the guy. But, I mean, just for that one weakness on your guys' team, that's not too bad. And you guys have brought people in like Jenkins. So, I mean, you guys can rotate personnel around. And that's why I'm confident in them going to the NFC Championship game and winning, regardless if they're home or away. You haven't even seen the best football yet from the New Orleans Saints, and that's scary. Because they're a type of team that can drop a 50 on you. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of 40s and 50s, like big, high numbers, right, in the NFL this season. But they're definitely one team that can explode on you, especially if Michael Thomas goes off for like 3 touchdowns. Then you already know if he's got 3, the Saints probably got 40 or 50. Shotgun set, 3rd and 7. I got a lot more confidence in Aaron Rodgers getting this first down than Kirk Cousins. Blitz coming. Great timing. 12 noon, you know what time it is. It's time for a Viking sack lunch. Skol! Yum, 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 yum. Santa's liking it with his Coors Light. Let's go. Oh, yeah. And that's good because you guys needed another wide receiver, Calvin, to step up. And it ended up being a tight end. And Jared Cook has been one of those guys in his career, very spotty, very streaky as an athlete, Jared Cook. But when he finds a connection with a QB, it's scary because he's a guy that can give you 1, 2, or 3 in a game just as much as Michael Thomas. And that's going to pay dividends for play calling and strategy moving forward, and having a guy like Taysom Hill be the X factor. That's the reason why I kind of feel that they could take it all the way, because there's no one else in the league that has a Taysom Hill that can play special teams, right, to get a key block or to make a key play, tight end, wide receiver, quarterback, running back, and actually can execute plays efficiently from any position that he's on, whether that be him throwing the football, getting a blocked punt, catching a receiving touchdown at the wide receiver, running back, or tight end position. That is the reason why, if used correctly, it could be as efficient as Philly was when the Eagles won their Super Bowl. I'm excited to see where it goes. If they use it in the NFC Championship game as a decoy, or if they use it as a weapon in the Super Bowl. But it's going to be used one way or another. Special player. And there'll definitely be other copycats of him moving forward. Why is Aaron always under pressure? Because you don't have a fucking O-line. I mean, over the years, who have you had? Bakhtiari, right? And then you had one other solid piece at the line, but 2 out of 5 ain't going to cut it. And if those 2 get injured, Bulaga, hey, Bakhtiari, for a while, those were the main guys, right? Your boy knows. I'm a Bucs fan, but I watch the Packers, right? I follow every team. But it shows you got to build that O-line. You can have weapons on the outside. Like shit, Devontae Adams to me should have 100 to 150 yards almost every game based off the talent that he has with Aaron, but sometimes he can't get him the fucking ball. Oh, I bet you, Cal. I bet you he will. He could be used as a weapon, throwing the ball, catching the ball, blocking, whatever it is. We'll see when they let it loose. I got some ESP. Calvin got a little ESP for the New Orleans Saints. And that's what I like, because with me, I like to break down football in numbers, like math and mathematics and strategy too. Kind of that chess and checkers kind of lineup, because I mean, if you understand football, like you really understand the ins and the outs and the strategies of going from 4-3 to nickel, or doing a 3-4 to a prevent, and you really understand why you're doing these things, it really takes your fandom in the football to a whole nother level. So, and I know a lot of y'all like it like that too. That's why I feel me and Marcus can predict a lot, and we understand the game a little bit better than maybe most people on YouTube or just out there on podcasts and TV in general. Shut the fuck up, Booga! Cousins, screen pass, nice tackle! Excellent tackle, form tackle by King. Oh, Booger. Oh, here we go. Booger McFarland talking, making my ears bleed again. Woo, nice tackle. Today's show sponsored by Q-Tips, because if you listen to Booger McFarland, your ears are bleeding profusely. God. Help! Booger McFarland. Hopefully this is his last year on TV. Kirk Cousins down 17-10, fourth quarter, 8:34 and counting, 3rd and 8. Get the fucking first down. Of course not. You know what time it is? It's time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Sad. Come on, offensive line, but come on, Kirk. You about to go 0-9 on Monday Night Football. You about to make me put these fucking Q-tips back in my ears. Shut the fuck up, Booga. Ah. Yeah, cut that check, Q-tip, right? Put him on the map. We got all the Q-tips. Those might all get used by the time this broadcast is over. Woohoo! Nice tackle. Okay. Yeah, and the thing is, you know, when you had Case Keenum and you wanted to upgrade, I'm not saying Case Keenum would be the right guy to have right now either, but it seems like certain guys you can rely on a little bit better, but also, too, it's about your O-line and the health of the O-line, who you have at O-line, right? And obviously no Dalvin Cook. And it shows you how important an O-line is and a great running back is. Because for a good chunk of the season, Dalvin Cook was number 1 or number 2 with Run CMC pretty much the whole season. So, shows you the impact. The play calls get a lot easier when you can't stop the running game. And Dalvin Cook is a great receiver out of the backfield too. So, I mean, he can hurt you that way also. We got Packers, we got Vikings live, play-by-play, and reactions by the best on fucking YouTube. Your boy Orion, your boy Marcus in the chat, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boys. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on our YouTube page. The best reaction channel, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. The best live stream, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. We do it all, man. We did the Saints-Titans reaction video. Marcus is sick. He's under the weather. He took the DayQuil, the NyQuil, all the quills, right? But still came in the building. We got the Saints reaction video out. So once this game is over on the live stream, hop in there, watch the reaction video, enjoy it. Smash the like button on that as well. And then we'll try to put out, I don't know, I'll try to maybe put out one tonight or maybe one tomorrow. I know we got Christmas Eve stuff. I think me and Marcus are both going to be kind of busy tomorrow. And then Christmas will be tight too. So we'll see. Maybe I can try to pump something out though. Yeah, usually during Thanksgiving and Christmas time, there'll be a couple weeks where we're a little bit busier than normal. But I do plan on doing a few of the bowl games, reaction videos with Marcus and live streams as well, especially the big ones. Rose Bowl, LSU when they have their matchup, Ohio State. Yeah, I get it. But the thing is, I think with the Saints and the Niners and the Ravens, they're the 3 best on the road to me. So I feel that even if they don't get the home field and if they have to, do it that way, that's not going to prevent them from getting to the NFC Championship game or winning the Super Bowl. If it's meant to be, and it's meant to be. If your boy's got ESP, he's got ESP. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Handoff up the middle to Aaron Jones. 17-10 Packers. The inability of the Vikings to get consistent first downs and package first downs together has been the big problem. Kirk Cousins cannot throw the football. He loves to overthrow or underthrow. The play calling on third down has been horrendous. You need 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 4. Let's try to go for maybe a screen or maybe a slant, something easy. Let's go for a 10-yard stop and go. Let's go for a go route. Idiots. And that's why you're down 17-10. And that's why you didn't execute on your turnovers. It shows you if they would have just scored points off their fucking turnovers, it would be at least 2017. If they would have got the points that they should have, especially a touchdown on that first turnover when they had the football. Flick of the wrist. First down, Packers. Not looking too good for the Vikings here. They're really going to need the defense to bail them out once again and then pray that Kirk can make it happen. But I'm not sure if you can. Once Uncle Mo, someone call 911. Once Uncle Mo calls and you pick up, and that momentum is rolling, it's going to be really tough. Look at this, 13 for 16, 116 yards. Davante Adams, almost like Michael Thomas. You can't guard him. You only hope to contain him. He's just not as good as him. But we had high hopes for him. Me and Marcus thought he could be a top 5 receiver this season, Davante Adams. We had a lot of hope for him to take his game to that next level, to kind of get into that Mike Evans and, Davante Adams and Odell Beckham. Like going into the season, there was a lot of guys that were kind of hovering, feeling, ranked 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th wide receiver in the game. And there's a lot of wiggle room there. Mike Evans obviously proved how great he is. But now Godwin, I feel, is starting to prove that he's a guy, too, that, if you get him the ball enough, he could be a guy that could be in the top 10 wide receiver ranking, like a Tyler Lockett, another underrated wide receiver in the league, but very consistent most of the time with Russell Wilson. They have a connection together. Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams have a connection together. It's very easy to see. The chemistry is undeniable. Saints fans are like, come on, Minnesota, you bitches. Shut the fuck up, Booga. All right. I mean, wouldn't it be sweet to have a nice little pick 6? I mean, wouldn't that be lovely right now? Fumble for a touchdown, pick 6, something. Packers 17, Vikings 10, 6:02 and counting. Shotgun set, handoff to Aaron Jones. Nice vision. Hit the edge. The 30, the 20, the 10. He's gone. Touchdown, Packers. And it's over. It's over. Not ovo, like Drake, but over. OVA. It's over. That's unexcusable, though. Vikings defense. Once Aaron Jones gets going, and you don't got Dalvin Cook to respond, great play. Yep. It's okay, man. The Saints could be a 6 seed, and I can still have faith that they would go the distance. Extra point, no good. All right, now we got see if we have some type of miracle that can happen, at least get it somewhat closer. Zachary Adams, what to do, my guy. Hoping you're having a great holiday, a good Christmas and New Year for the Chiefs Kingdom and yourself. Great win against the Bears last night, Zachary Adams. Hopefully you're having a good time watching the game. Oh, Booger McFarland talking again. Booger McFarland, shut the fuck up, Booger. This segment is sponsored by Q-Tips, because when you listen to Monday Night Football and Booger McFarland, you go fucking deaf. Ears bleeding. Brutal. Yeah, I feel what you mean, ATF 23, but the thing is sometimes you got to go through the tough times and the losses to get to the dubs and the championships, It makes it that much sweeter. Minneapolis Miracle, right? Heartache, pain, the pass interference call, the pain, but why not this year? And it would be all worth it, just to have those trials and tribulations. It's like life. You know what I mean? You got to go through those down times before you get to those good times. I mean, it's not often that you just get to your first Super Bowl appearance and you just blow them out by 40, or you consistently get there, like the New England Patriots, right? Everyone's journey is different, just like in life. But I feel with Breeze and everything that's going on with Michael Thomas, I'm very confident. And we'll see if my ESP comes true. Looks like a catch to me.
challenge that after challenging one already. Exactly.
Yeah, see?
This is complete. Just
You feel me?
30-yard line to BC.
Troll Patrol's a numbers guy.
So here's the problem with the Vikings have. They cannot block the Packers front. So they have to throw quick.
Oh, Booger McFarland talking. They need to throw the football quick. Well, no shit. It's 3rd and 4. You got 5:27 left. You're down by fucking 13. Dummy. Kirk, shotgun set. Shake and bake. First down, Vikings.
He goes ahead for 10 yards. So a first down for Minnesota.
Get these points as soon as possible. And you got 2 timeouts. At that point, you don't have to go for the onside if you don't use any more of these 2 timeouts. But, I mean, I don't know how close you're going to get to score here. There you go. There you go. First down, almost, by the Vikings, by Abdullah Amir. Gain of about 9. Oh, they gave it to him. 1st and 10. Move the chains. Uh-oh. You know what time it is? It's time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, guess who? The Smith Bros. Za'Darius and Preston. It's a total mismatch. Well, no shit, it's a total mismatch. Booger, shut the fuck up, idiot. Cousins going deep, wide open. Go, go. Touchdown, Vikings. There it is. But we do have yellow on the play. Who's that on? Oh, brutal. Holding. Riley Reef, why? So bring your ass back to college. What the fuck, man? Come on, dog. You one of the captains, too. Brutal. Come on. At least let something positive happen for the purple people, eaters. You feel me? Come on. Perfect throw. One of the best ones I've seen from Kirk today. Pressure was coming. Stepped up in the pocket. Good vision. Planted his foot. Good spiral. And then a fucking hold. What's new? We got Packers, we got Vikings, live play-by-play and reactions by the best on fucking YouTube, your boys, Orion, Marcus, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you don't already. Smash the like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boys. Will we get one last ring of donations before the game is over? For happy holidays and happy new year and Merry Christmas. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch link is below every video on our YouTube page. The donations have been very fruitful today. KGR Kid, $5. Early Christmas present to get it started. David Goldstein, $1.99 since Wentz is back to form. He never left. Tony Grady, $25. Happy holidays from Raiders fans everywhere. Damon P. Aquadio, $2. Merry Christmas. Fly, Eagles, fly. 7th Ward from the 504. Let's go, Vikes. David Goldstein, Corvette. David Goldstein, ALM Mac. Dylan, ALM Mac. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. Happy holidays. Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Christmas. Miami girl in the building. Hope you feel better, Marcus. Colds and flus are no joke. Cousins. And remember when they were saying that Diggs and Thielen, when we were talking about duos, we thought they were the best duo, right? I think they've got surpassed by Mike Evans and Godwin, at least this season. That was the best duo in the NFL, and Jameis Winston is a horrible quarterback. What does that tell you? Ryan Smith, $3. Appreciate you. Love you. Right before the game is over. Appreciate you very much. Ryan Smith with the very generous $3 donation. Thank you. 4th and 24. Vikings. God. But that's one organization that I'll tell you, the Minnesota Vikings, when they do get their Super Bowl, it is going to be just as magical as when Philly got theirs. I mean, the parades are going to be huge. It's going to be something that people can really connect with when they end up getting theirs, since they, had all those opportunities with Fran Tarkenton and couldn't get it done. It'll mean a lot. Niners 12-3, Saints 12-3, Packers going to be 12-3, Eagles 8-7, Seahawks 11-4, Vikings 10-4, with the Niners and Seahawks playing in Seattle next week, Sunday Night Football. I got Flex. You better be here with us, because we will be rocking the show. Cowboys 7-8 in the hunt. That's laughable. That's a joke. Just like Jason Garrett's coaching skills, a joke. Ryan Smith says, love the channel. Go Chiefs. Chiefs Kingdom. Stand up. You're starting to get healthy at the right time. And obviously I feel confident against when you guys play the Pats. The only one that might be tough is the Ravens, and you know it. So we'll see if you guys play each other in the AFC Championship game. I would love to see the Chiefs versus the Ravens and have New England just totally out of the picture, before then. I would love that. Love to see Mahomes and Lamar Jackson, two of the future stars that are going to take over this league, which they already have taken over the league, but they really take over the league when all the other vets like Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, Breeze, Brady, and a lot of these guys are going to be walking away from the game just based off age. And then the new generation is stepping in. I love it. Aaron Jones hitting the edge with the high step. Good form. 9.5. Yeah, Cowboys, they can say they're still in the hunt mathematically just because of the record of each team 7-8 and 8-7. But we got the Eagles getting in there, squeaking in. Yeah, Niners, Saints, NFC Championship game. That would be my favorite. And then obviously seeing the Ravens and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. That would be just like the best football you could possibly ask for. Unless you just want New England to be in there to have them get beat so you can see it. Be like, finally, finally someone new. So I don't mind if New England gets there either, because I don't think they're going to win the AFC Championship game, whether it be against the Chiefs or the Ravens. If either one is there playing the Pats, I'll take Ravens or Chiefs over the Pats, even if it was in Gillette. And I normally would never say that. That's a good prediction. I think that's what Marcus thinks, something of that nature. I just want the Saints-Niners rematch, though. Exciting football game, arguably the best of the year. Why not have them play again, right? And if you beat the Niners, you can beat anyone. Yeah, damn right. The payback to get that dub, to ride that momentum. (23-10) Packers. The game was in control for the first half, all Vikings, but they just couldn't score off their turnovers, and the inability of Kirk Cousins and what he represents as a quarterback compared to Aaron Rodgers, Mr. Discount Double Check, State Farm himself. There is a big gap there, and even in your defense isn't as good as a team if you have good players, Zadarius Smith, Preston Smith, that can make plays. It counteracts that overall ability of being a well-balanced team. No Dalvin Cook hurts. Aaron Jones started to take off and make plays, and this is where we are. 23-10, Packers over the Vikings. Yeah, Saints-Packers would be a fun game to watch too. But if I have the Saints going to the NFC Championship game and Super Bowl, I need them to get the payback against the Niners. You know what I mean? That means a lot to me as a fan. And I know, Saints fans can, what we would see how it would go, right? But I would want the payback and then a Super Bowl matchup. Packers with the punt. Flag on the play. We got Saints-Titans reaction video done about an hour before the live stream, so after the live stream's over, if you haven't got a chance to check it out, please hop in there, watch the video, smash the like button, enjoy it, and hopefully we'll try to put out some more as well. But we got Packers-Vikings live, play-by-play and reactions. Best on YouTube, your boys Marcus and Orion, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. The best reaction channel, the best live stream channel, period.
That penalty declined. Holding. Offense number 35. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run.
All right.
Minnesota
It's a penalty party.
So just over 2.5 minutes away from Green Bay winning the NFC North. And you think about Matt LaFleur, the guy who
Matt LaFleur.
his first season as the Packers head coach. You have Lambeau, Lombardi, and Holmgren, but it's LaFleur who's the first to win 10 games in year number 1 as the Packers.
And it's kind of scary for the Packers because they don't even really have a full complement of a defense yet. Just imagine once they get a full complement and get a full squad that they feel comfortable up front, in the middle of the field with the linebacking core and the secondary. I mean, that's going to be a team that could be like the Saints that could be sticking around for a while. As long as you have Aaron Rodgers back there, you're always in it. Ryan Smith, all your guys' reactions are the best. Big facts. And that's one thing that a lot of the fans don't know. All our reactions are one take. All 800 plus that we've ever done pretty much are all one take. We don't do multiple takes. We hit start and go, and then we go. So I think that's what makes it kind of special, too, because a lot of YouTubers will do 3 takes, 5 takes, try to get the best camera angle or play to the camera. We don't do that shit. It's all natural talent by your boys, the best on YouTube, the Northwest Sports Fanatics. One take all day, every day, 800 videos plus, all one take. I doubt other YouTubers are on that level, and that's facts. Shitty pass by Kirk Cousins. What's new? Christmas. He's Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Marcus says. NyQuil kicking in.
Here's the one thing I'll say about the Vikings that maybe they can take a little solace in is the fact that Dalvin Cook didn't play tonight. In this offense, he is
Dalvin Cook. He means everything.
look different when he's in the game.
No shit, Booger. You fucking idiot. I just said that. Shut the fuck up, Booger. Cousins. It's 12 noon. You know what time it is? It's time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Bang. A sack to the 2-minute warning. Zadarius Smith. This is unfair. Zadarius Smith, Preston Smith, all the Smiths. Will Smith. What a game he's having. Yum, 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 yum. All over the place. I love that. I love seeing D tackles, DNs, linebackers, Mikes, Wills, outside, middles, safeties. I just love defensive guys making big plays. I mean, anyone can score touchdowns on offense, but to be able to really dictate the tempo and the game on defense takes a lot of skill. That's why it's so tough to be a good defender in the NFL, especially when the athletes are on a whole other level on offense. Running backs and wide receivers are more athletic than ever. So guys like Stephon Gilmore don't get enough credit. And a lot of the great corners and linebackers in the league, Bobby Wagner, Luke Kuechly, a lot of these guys out there that even are newer, like TJ Watt, I love. I love what he brings to the table. It's fun to see. All the love today. Thank you guys for all the donations. Thank you guys for commenting and watching the game with me. And your boy Marcus in the chat, even though he on the Dayquil, NyQuil, all the quills. The Robitussin. See, take that. Grape flavor. The game is almost over. Couple minutes left. And that's what the thing is. And when the Packers, like we said at halftime, if you have them hang around in a football game, you know eventually Rodgers is going to find his guys or Aaron Jones is going to go off and it happen. And it's sad because this is a game the Vikings pretty much just gave away. And you're at home. And I don't feel the same vibe from the fans. But I guess when Kirk Cousins is so erratic and up and down, I guess you can't really get too overly excited because you kind of know what's going to happen. You know?
An SVP will get everything squared away with all the NFL news and notes on the news today, as well as the current.
Yeah, you need to get a top pick, my guy. Chase Young in a Redskin uniform would look really nice. I think you might actually buy that jersey. I know you don't really buy defensive jerseys like me, right? But you might have to buy a Chase Young if he gets drafted from the Redskins. That would be a sweet jersey to have, I'll tell you that. He's on that Bosa level. Possibly better than Joey or Nick. And that's saying a lot if he can end up being the player that we think he can be.
Reminder that we will be, of course, part of the playoffs. We will have wild card weekend.
And that's why, having a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson is really going to pay dividends, because you could be down 24-10, you could be down 10-9 and just played like shit in the first half, but you know in your heart and in your head, you're like, all right, you know they're coming back. You just know with a quarterback like that, he's going to end up making plays rather than fucking things up more times than not, and that's what the greats do. You know, that's why Aaron Rodgers, you could argue he's a top 5 quarterback of all time. You could argue that. Uh-oh, Booger McFarland about to talk. Do I get the Q-tips? It's getting bad. Miami did forget how to tank. But they got plenty of picks, so they can use them to move up in draft position if needed. Nice block. Oh, my. What happened to my hands? Come on, man. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy holidays. Hope everyone is going to have a great one. Thank you for spending the time with me today. Appreciate every single one of y'all in the building, showing love, donating, chatting with us. We appreciate you guys. No problem, Carter. And I apologize that we haven't got to do more. I really wanted to do the Niners and the Rams, and then the Chiefs were on last night. So I apologize for that. You know, as long as mentally, if I got it, and I got the time to do it, and we're going to try to do as much material. And trust us, you know, we're not lazy at all in that regard, where it's like, if I honestly could put out a reaction video of every football game every week, I would. I would want to, because then it's something I can go back and watch also, and, you know, just have the tape of that particular game and our footage on there. So, you know, and if we could do, 3, 4, 5 live streams a week, if possible, I mean, of course, I would love that. And we're going to transition into the NBA after football season's over and the bowl season's over. So if you want to just hang out with us and, watch your team play, or watch the Lakers or the Blazers or the Sixers or the Celtics or whoever your team is, we'll be doing quite a few live streams of NBA too, and reaction videos to NBA. So you guys can come hang out with us in that regard until we get back to football season. But NFL's 24/7, 365. So throughout the whole year, we'll always keep it moving with something football related. So it won't just die off completely. As long as there's something going on, we'll put out the material. That's big facts. Appreciate that. The best. You don't hear that from a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like on a typical YouTube channel. You guys are the best. We've really made that kind of impression on you. And, we love you guys. It's fun to be able to talk football with people that actually know football. Because, most of y'all are probably your main football person in your friend group. The ones that love it the most. You're the ones teaching the other people in the friend group things, That's why we come here. Rogers with the kneel. Do you think Dak gets paid this offseason, or they franchise tag him? Good question. Dak's hoping that he gets paid, so they're more than likely franchise tag him. Oh, none of your friends like football? Oh, man. Well, at least you have us, right? And sometimes, you'll love football for a certain reason, because your dad or your grandpa or your cousins or whoever, got you into football, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it was at one point or another, But you got a family here that all loves it on a whole nother level. 23-10 Packers. Oh, look at that. Look at those 12 and 3s. When's the last time you've seen 4 teams with 11 wins or more, with the Vikings obviously at 10 wins now, going to 10-5, but 1 game left with a chance for the the Seahawks to get to that 12-win mark as well. Crazy. Vikes fans, takes a years off your life. I get it. I'm a Bucks fan, Mariner fan. Lots of losses, brother. I got the Ducks and Blazers, but... And that's the last Neil. Final score, Packers 23, Vikings 10. We love and appreciate every single one of y'all. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Let's go over the donations real quick with all the passionate fan base that decided to donate and show some love to the channel today. To your boy Orion and your boy Marcus and the best on fucking YouTube, the Northwest Sports Fanatics, on live streams and on reaction channels, period. KGR Kid, $5. Appreciate you. David Goldstein, $1.99. Tony Grady, $25. 25 fucking dollars. Raiders. Damon P. Aquadio, $2. 7th Ward, 504. David Goldstein, $2. Corvette, $2. David Goldstein, $5. ALM Mac, $5. ALM Mac, $5. Dylan, $5. ALM Mac, $5. Ryan Smith, $3. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Have a great holiday. We did Saints-Titans reaction video, so you guys are looking for something else to watch. Make sure you watch that. Enjoy the rest of your night. We'll have probably another reaction video done for you guys sometime tomorrow morning. And like I said, like Marcus said, gang, 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 Merry Christmas. I love you guys. Happy New Year. Calvin Griffin sneaking in $1.99. Appreciate you. Nolan Saints all the way to the bowl. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And I got one question for you. Who you know talk sports like us? Your boy Orion, your boy Marcus, the Northwest Sports Fanatics, the best on fucking YouTube. And we're out. Happy holidays, y'all. Have a good one. Peace.